better than Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Pee Wee Herman's Greatest Adventure? It's Grouch Goes to Hamcation, next on Live Free and Ham. Hello and welcome to Live Free and Ham Podcast. This is your weekly show where we discuss ham radio topics in New Hampshire, New England, and beyond. We're thrilled to have you here. So whether you're a regular listener or you've been tuning in for a while, or this is your first time tuning in, thanks again for joining us in this episode. So let's get into the show. I'm your host, Eric, call sign N1JUR, and I'm with my hostesses with the mostest.
It's really Paul, N1OG.
Todd, W1STJ.
And we got a bumper.
And I'm down here, November 3, Mike Foxley and Michael.
Comic relief. He is like comic relief for us, and he's the kind of stagehand for Ham Shack TV, and he's a multi-man with many hats.
That was a giant cluster.
It was interesting to watch for sure.
Oh, because Josh and I were both fighting with each other. I'm like, dude, you told me to do something. Let me do it.
Yeah.
We'll just go with that.
Control. All right. Well, at the show, we hardly have any, so you're in good hands here. So before we like to get into our topic of the evening hour, we want to catch you up on how you can be part of the Live Free and Ham community. Obviously, check us over on Discord. The link is in all of our show notes and description below, so come over and hang out. The water's warm and the party is alive and well. You can always leave us a voicemail, and we got a few voicemails tonight, so we're looking forward to playing those. If you got a question maybe, or you've been racking your brain and you need some help, that number is 978-233-1142. And as we always like to say, you can call us for a good time. We've got an all-star node, which those that might know is 5808581. So you can come check us out there. It's hooked up to Ham Radio 2.0's node, and that was quite active over the past, Hamcation. So it was good to hear and talk to a bunch of folks. And then we obviously like to do our live streams, which we got a bunch coming up. So stay tuned for that. And you can then head on over and support the show. If you prefer, visit our storefront over at livefreeandham.com/shop and become a Patreon member, because all our Patreon members get exclusive access to a ton of stuff, including our private Patreon-only live stream that we run every week. And as always, as in our official stance and what Bob Koff always says,
you can join for as little as $3 a month. It's not a big expense.
No, it's not, and we appreciate it. All right, so with that, let's just dive into our quick mailbag. Kick it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
Everybody, we got some news.
Slow down, Boog. Let me handle this. We've got some news. I've got bad news and bad news.
I have reviewed ship's personnel, Captain.
Congratulations, you've got mail.
All right. Well, Todd's been, watching football and taking a little bit of recovery there with a cold. So we didn't get a chance to catch up in the background there, but we got two voicemails for you, buddy. So I'll leave the floor to you, and they'll give Paul a couple of seconds to check WinLink because we're way behind at this point.
Let's already on it.
Let's hear these voicemails.
All right. So here we go. First one.
Hey, guys. Temperatures are getting warmer here on the Connecticut shoreline. Haven't had to use the brand new snow thrower. It figures I go buy a new one, and we're not getting any snow. Maybe some rain next week. I don't know. Did I put the bubble wrap over and jinx everybody, which is maybe a good thing? I don't know. So I guess it all depends what business you're in and what you like and dislike. So I'm going to go try to play some POTA this weekend, and I got to go make the bed and get going with things. Took the garbage cans out, and I didn't study. I haven't studied in a couple days, so maybe Todd's doing better than me. I gotta go. Bye.
Nope.
All right.
Thanks, Izzo. Thanks for that. I mean, you kind of sound down. Like, should we call 911 or something to have you check? Right? He sounds kind of like he's on the cliff.
It never does.
Eeyore.
Exactly. A little Eeyore going on there.
Yeah, it's not as upbeat, normal self. It's surprising. I don't know. Yeah. Do we have to phone home? Like we have to do a wellness check with this?
Yeah,
Is somebody going to have to make a phone call? We should just get his personal number and call him on the next show and just say, hey, how are you doing?
We'll call the wellness. We'll call the 911 and they'll get us to him. at dispatch. We're like, we need a wellness check for Izzo. And he'll be like, this is Izzo. I'm fine.
You're on a recorded line. Oh, we are? Sweet. We're recording too.
All right, let's hear the second one. Is it from our dear friend Izzo, or is it from someone
I can say
else?
no. This one I know is definitely not. So let me play this one.
Oh, nice.
Hey, guys. First of all, K9OL, Carlos. Second, some random person with the 333 prefix for the cell phone for your phone number got the last attempt of this message. So some random person in New Hampshire just heard this and went, what in the hell is this guy talking about? So this message is really for Todd. I was leaving the area I was in on Saturday, and there was a net going on, and the net control was calling CQ on a repeater. So Todd feel vindicated that such a practice is not, in fact, wrong or prohibited or anything of the like. Keep having fun with ham radio. See ya.
Oh, my God.
Thanks, Carlos. Nah, I know. I just got kind of tooled on. I thought it was the big joke, but I've learned. But hey, if they're just looking for people calling CQ on a net, good for them.
Hey, it works for me, man. Although I have to say, I'm wondering what number he dialed and what he actually originally left for a voicemail with that other random person.
I know. Guys, like, who is this guy?
Some weird wacko calling spam or something.
At least it wasn't the 1-900 number.
Oh, thank God we don't have the number a little close to that one.
Yeah, that'd be our thing. It's 1-900.
We would definitely the only hams, the live free and ham after dark.
What'd you call Paul? What'd you call it? Only hams instead of only fans.
No, it's only hams.
Only hams.
$12,000. It could be yours.
Only. All right. Well, good on those two voicemails. So yeah, keep them coming, guys. We always appreciate it. Izzo, we're going to be calling just to do a wellness check for you, for sure. And Paul, you got any win links in the win link bucket?
Yeah, we do have one actually. So today's
suspense.
All right. Today's win link comes from KD9YSW. The subject is sent from Pat Winlink. And he writes, "Hello all. This email is sent from a Linux system. I finally figured out Pat Winlink. It is different for sure, and well, there is a learning curve. I hope you all find a new way of doing ham radio." And I don't know, maybe it was difficult to type that all out because he didn't even say 73 bye. Like, that's it.
Big learning
but thanks
curve.
for that, Chris.
Well, good on him for doing some Linux there. Hopefully it's not all command line. All right.
Yeah, he went minty.
He went minty? He didn't go 7-3?
Yeah, I was going to say 7-3 might have been a better way to go. I thought he said he did. Oh.
Oh, he said mint.
Okay. Well, maybe his other, like I thought I saw he did a short and he said he was going to try to do 73 Linux, but maybe that was his intention and he ended up just bailing and going to mint. But either way, sounds like it's a good plan. I have not moved anything to Linux yet, although I deal with it every day. So I guess that's probably why.
Well, isn't 73 Linux, that's the add-on pack from AM4 ACK, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it built on Linux or is it its own distro? On
I think it's its own distro.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't really dove into it.
Don't quote me on that.
Well, so listen, Josh just recently did a video on doing Dragon OS on a bunch of different laptops.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the 73 Linux, how it wants to be run on Ubuntu.
It's
which
Debian based. So yeah. Okay. I'm just looking it up.
Yeah. I think that's what he had said. And so Dragon being a variant of Ubuntu.
Ubuntu or Mint. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
It. Yeah. I just found it.
Cool. Yes, I have not made the leap there yet, but someday when I have some more time on my hands and a couple more spare pieces.
I'm going to do it with my old laptop just to see, I mean, the screen's dying on it, but like,
yeah, you give it a shot.
Give me something to play with. Yeah.
After you finish reprogramming your AI and becoming a full-time coder for this, skydiving dashboard and
right.
Dude, version 1 of the dashboard's done, but we'll talk about that when we get to the Ham Radio Week.
Yes, or Coding Corner with Paul N1OG. All right, good deal on that one. So yes, keep them coming for sure. We always love to get those voicemail messages and emails are good too as well. So if you want to send a win link or you want to just send us an good old fashioned email, feel free. Just one little quick plug that we always want to make sure that folks are aware of. We are been announcing, but we're gearing up for International Women's Day, and we're going to be having a YL only show. So we're looking forward to that. There's going to be a lot of great ladies on for March 6th at 8 p.m. So keep an eye on our channel. I mean, obviously, we're coming up close. I mean, we're literally halfway through February. Oh my gosh. So we're coming up close on March there. So keep your eyes peeled for Live Free and Ham and that live stream show, because we're going to have a blast. We've got a bunch of great ladies on there. And just to name a few: Shannon, KC10HT, Shannon KLY from the Hillbilly Ham Radio Club, Ellie Marie, KJ5LXP, Sandy from POTA Black Swamp, and a bunch more. I mean, the list keeps growing. I keep adding more. So it's going to be a great fun and great time to hang out. So definitely looking forward to it. Make sure you get that on your calendar because it's something you definitely don't want to miss. All right. So with that, since Todd is back in the hot seat, and we know he has not studied, we're going to kick off.
It's everyone's favorite segment.
And now, a little something extra with Todd. W1STJ.
Still a general.
All right. Well, the little bit interesting news. We're not on the technician side, are we, Paul? Because that's what we tested last week, and we almost passed. I think all three. Did we? We missed one, if I remember.
If you look in the corner, it's E.
Okay, so
we are back on extra.
There we go. So with that, you heard it here. This is where we help Todd study for his extra class license, or in turn, Todd helps you study for your extra class license, and hopefully you pass. Each episode, we pick 3 questions and roll him through the class question pool to test his knowledge, hoping he gets his upgrade. So with that, we are going to no longer delay and hand it over to our VE Quizmaster, Paul. Please take it away, sir.
All right. Well, Todd, hope you're feeling good, because this should be an easy one, right? Comes from sub-element number 2. And the question is, which of the following is characteristic of the FST4 mode? Is it A, 7 different tone spacings? B, variable transmit receive periods? C, all of these choices are correct? Or is it D, 4-tone Gaussian frequency shift keying?
There's that famous all-in-one.
Well, that's what and if I go with Paul's logic, I should just pick C.
And it sounds like he's going to hold it to. Is that where you were going with? Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with C.
All right.
C.
It seems about right. Sure, why not? Let's all bomb.
Okay.
Charlie.
Everybody chooses C, and C is correct.
Nice.
Thanks, Bob.
Bob has been studying, apparently, and he's not even got his license yet.
So, to further explain, the FST4 mode has several characteristics that make it unique and effective for LF and MF band communications. Here's a breakdown of each. 4-tone Gaussian frequency shift keying uses a modulation scheme called 4GFSK, which stands for 4-tone Gaussian frequency shift keying. This involves 4 distinct frequency tones, and Gaussian filtering is applied to minimize bandwidth and reduce interference, enhancing the efficiency of the signal. Then you got variable transmit receive periods. FST4 offers a variety of transmit receive periods, allowing users to choose from multiple sequence lengths depending on their needs. Seven different tone spacings corresponding to various transmit receive periods. FST4 also has 7 different tone spacings. These tone spacings are adjusted to fit the duration of the transmission sequence, ensuring optimal performance and sensitivity for each specific period. So, since all our characteristics all are correct.
Wow. Okay.
I have a question. What is the difference between FT4 and FST4?
One letter.
Fuck. All right.
I'm pretty sure that FT4 doesn't, frequency shift.
Okay.
So FST4 is used on low frequency and medium frequency, and FT4 is on HF. Yeah.
Frequency shift.
Yeah. So it's going to be difficult, aren't you?
Okay.
It's probably for like a lot of like, I would assume like moon bounce stuff, maybe? Maybe? Is that what they use it for? Let's see. What does Google say?
LF and lower LF is below 1.8, so that's like what, 200 meters? Or whatever it is.
Looks like it's for low frequency and medium frequency. So yeah, EME, that type of stuff. So, oh no, wait, no.
The more you know.
It is not. My apologies. While FST is not the go-to for EME, so scratch that. It says, yeah, whatever. Q65 is what they use for EMAs, which
mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Next time we will. Yes, we will. All right. Well, we're going.
Okay.
Next one.
For the is this the second question or third question?
2. We have not gotten to the third one yet.
All right. There we go. I mean, we went long on that one. All right. So for the second question of the evening comes from sub-element number 7. And the question is, what is the purpose of adding an inductor to a pi network to create a pi L network? Is it A, greater transformation range, B, greater harmonic suppression, C, to eliminate one capacitor, or D, higher efficiency?
So I have 0 experience in pi networks. I'm going to go with D.
I'm going to think D too also. What say you, Eric?
Well, it sounds about right. Yeah, why not? Let's just go with it. D is it, sir.
All right. Everybody says D. No, D is incorrect. Correct answer is B. And that's greater harmonic suppression. So, just to give you a little further explanation, one of the most common issues with transmitting into a multi-band antenna system is the creation of harmonic distortion that can cause cross-interference with the outgoing signal. Using some sort of filter network just prior to the last stage of amplification process can suppress harmonics within that particular frequency transmission. Of these many different filter networks, the pi L network is one of the most effective methods to suppress the harmonics in the final stage. And your hint, the transmitter and antenna work in harmony.
All I know is the magic happens inside the box. Just leave it at that.
God.
Listen, Todd, you may never get to this stuff, but like I'm just starting to learn about like bridge rectifiers and things, and I mean the stuff is fascinating. Like it's absolutely fascinating. But anyways, the third and final question:
bridge rectum fires? What?
What?
What are you talking about?
You're not supposed to be bridging those rectums. I'm sorry.
No, definitely not.
Listen, it's not the human centipede. All right. The third and final question of the evening comes from sub-element number 8. The question is, how does ARQ accomplish error correction? Is it A, special polynomial code provides automatic correction? B, if errors are detected, redundant data is substituted. C, if errors are detected, a retransmission is requested. Or D, a special binary code provides automatic correction.
I think it's C.
Play that AOL tone, please, sir, so we can hear our ARQ. Even the dial-up.
All right. So Todd is saying C. Is everybody in agreement?
He is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now we get the damn song.
Woohoo!
It's all right. Next week I'll have something better for you than the song.
Ooh.
But let's give a little bit of further correction, understanding in case anybody is unfamiliar with this question. In an automatic repeat request ARQ system, the transmitter sends the data and also an error checking code. The receiver checks for errors and requests retransmission of erroneous data. The key thing to understand is just in the name, automatic repeat request, sometimes called automatic repeat query, but it automatically requests that the packet be retransmitted when it detects that the previously received packet was corrupted. So, there you go. Well done.
Sweet. Yes, sir. All right. Wow. You didn't have to hear the damn song.
Nope.
I thought he was just get right over it.
I had to make sure I was back in the scene.
I got it. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So, as we always like to wrap this with a pretty little bow, if you're on the journey to studying for your Technician General Extra Class license, then hamstudy.org is an awesome resource for that. And if you've recently gotten your license or upgraded, we want to know. You know, we'd like to recognize you on the next episode for all your hard work and effort. So email us at livefreeandham@gmail.com and we'll make sure we mention you on the show. Paul, you got any that you know of?
No, we were going to do an impromptu session today, but I never heard from the person that said they were going to call me.
Was it?
And I forgot about it.
To this person?
Oh, hey, he never called me back. So,
all right.
So here's the deal. My oldest son is in Hawaii, and his stepdad is a ham, but he's only a technician. He actually just renewed his license. Wow. But he wanted to get his ticket. He goes, "I'm ready to take the test. Where do I go?" And I'm like, "Let me make some inquiries real quick, and we'll go from there." And yeah, he never called me, and I'm not chasing him down for something that he wants. So I'll wait.
I mean, in all fairness, right? For expediency's sake, he could go to hamstudy.org and click on find a session and find one that's happening within the next 10 minutes from him. Like, you know, I mean, there are sessions happening all the time, all over the place. You know, so if he didn't want to wait, like, I mean, he could do that and it's on his own time and it's when it's convenient for him.
Right.
But if he wanted to test with us,
because we're cool,
then like I'm happy to make that happen.
Right. He said that if he tests in Hawaii, he's going to get a really cool Hawaiian call sign.
Which would be like what?
KH6 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. True.
Yeah, that would be the state only call sign.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Hawaii and Alaska have their own special.
Right.
Prefix. Sweet. All right. Well, you heard it here. Hopefully we'll be testing someone and, you know, someday we'll have another one to report that they got their ticket. So it'd be cool. All right. Well, in our usual formats, we always like to get into our Ham Radio Week catch up. So we're going to start off with Grouch there. How was your Ham Radio Week, bud? You've been quite busy. What's been going on?
Well, I mean, All right, we'll go with the start of the week.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of preparation for this weekend because this weekend was kind of a big ham radio thing. But I, for some reason, the All-Star node wasn't working in my truck again. So yeah, that was a bummer. I created a script and put it on the Pi that runs the hotspot. And what the script is supposed to do is it's supposed to look for my phone's hotspot first, and then the Starlink second. So that way, like as soon as I get in the truck, and my phone hotspot is on, I power the Pi, and it will only look for that, and it won't connect to the trailer.
Yeah, which
worked. But then when I opened up my tablet and I logged into the All-Star freaking Almon thing, I clicked connect, and it said nope, it wouldn't connect.
Wow.
Or it was connecting for like forever, like just
looping,
but never actually connecting. So I'll have to dig into that. But let's see. Oh, I did a POTA last week with Julian Vaughn. That was a good time. We finally went out to Dade Battlefield.
Very cool. No dress up, no reenactments, but just straight POTA.
Yep, just POTA with the Reliance, and after that activation, I talked to Matt, and then Vaughn talked to Matt, and Matt ended up overnighting antennas to them.
Well, I think all three of us talked to Matt at the same time when we all realized that you were activating. I said, "Hey, Matt, you need to send Vaughn and Julie an antenna. Let's go. Send a couple." And he's like, "Okay, fine, I will." And so I think it was after the third time.
and I got
God,
I can't see it, but it's the
inflatenna.
Inflatenna.
You got the big silver dildo.
I'm excited to try that out.
Well, keep in mind, I did hear from him, and I actually talked to him like 2 days ago, and the rings he sent you, just throw them away. They're garbage. They don't work because I've used them, and I'm like, dude, it's like trying to put, a condom on a big redwood out in California. It's just impossible to get those stupid things over the top of them because he's like, yeah, I printed them the wrong way. So unless you've got the new style, you might want to just use them as Frisbees.
I got Velcro straps.
Yeah. Okay. So then you got the new style then. You're good.
Yeah, no, they're Velcro straps, and they get these little tiny S-beaners on them.
Yep.
Okay, I want to see that strapped to the top of your trailer.
Well, so I mean, that was kind of my thought with it was just freaking guy it off to the roof
because that would make a great
there's a strap.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, you changed that around. Yeah, the little I've got the rings over here, and the rings are basically just 3D printed rings, and it literally you have to spray WD-40 on them just to slide them on because it's just so tight fitting. It's ridiculous.
That's what she said.
Exactly. I knew it was coming. Yeah, good stuff.
If you use WD-40, you're doing something wrong.
I keep telling Matt that he needs to figure out how to get one of those inflatable stupid noodles that you see at all the car lots that just kind of dance and turn that into the inflated antenna. That would be more beneficial. But there might be some copyright issues.
Yeah, but then you'd have a fan running constantly.
Yeah.
Well, true, but at the same time, they keep that antenna moving. So you're faded in and out. I can't hear you. What are you talking about? That'd be some interesting DX.
Paul, it would be like the video I sent you. Did you get
which one? You send me a lot of videos.
The skydiving video I sent you in Discord.
The two planes crashing one?
No, that was bad though.
Yes, that was not that one. I didn't see that other one. It must have been a private DM.
The blub one.
Oh yes, that one.
You'll have to share that with Eric. That is freaking hilarious. I never laughed so hard in my life.
I was enjoying a skydiving video, and then all of a sudden, as the skydiver rotated around, some narration came in.
It was the video.
It was very nice.
That's the only one I could find that was like really low resolution. There's actually a better one that you can actually see details, and it's hilarious. But that was good enough.
Sweet. All right. Well, we're going to throw it over to Tortoise before we go to Todd, since Todd's always the last one as anchor man there. Tortoise, what's been going on with your Hammery week, bud?
A lot. Did the Hamcation live stream with Ham Shack TV. That was interesting. I had fun. And watching Julian Vaughn bounce around from outside into Dave's camper and then back out and all over the place. That was very interesting. It looks like they had a blast down there. And I called somebody up and said, "Hey, do you want a POTA on whatever day that was?" And they thusly turned me down because I was too late in calling them back the next day. So,
wow. Tomorrow is going to be hopefully a good day. My morning's a little bit going to be short and sweet, so we can do something right after that.
Well, let me know, dude.
I will.
I'm going to hang that mole in the morning sometime. If it warms up a little bit, I'm going to put the rack on the back of the box.
Sweet.
But yeah, let me know. Want to go out and play.
Okay. We can do that for sure. Yeah. A lot of interesting stuff came out of Hamcation for sure that we'll probably get into, but,
there's going to be tons of videos out that are just going to be hilarious.
Oh boy. Yeah. I can't, everybody will probably touch on it when we get into Grouch's Hamcation experience there. But, with that, sounds good, man, on the POTA. And, hold me to it. If I don't get a hold of you in the early, like around 9:30, 10 o'clock, then, I've either got into an accident or a rack has fallen on me and, things have gotten really bad. So, all right. Well, with that, we're going to throw it over to Todd. What's your Hammery week been, bud?
Very quiet. Haven't done much of anything ham radio. I mean, I listen to the repeater. Been listening to Fort Mountain, and I sometimes have to turn it off because the bow shangs and quan shangs are really, even with my noise sensitivity, take out the static, it doesn't seem to work with those radios.
That's bummer.
So I listen to it as long as I can, but sometimes it's like, it starts giving me a headache. So maybe those guys should, like, maybe if they're in the car and they're using their HTs, like maybe get like a mag mount antenna or something, stick out the window. Might get a little bit better. But anyway.
You've heard it here.
But yeah, just been on the repeater talking to some people. I really just kind of been busy at work. It's been a crazy, God, since Christmas, it's just been a nightmare. So I've been pretty busy with that. And I've been snowboarding a lot. At least once a week, having a blast doing that. My kid's getting better than me. He's now jumping, and I'm not leaving the ground unless I don't.
My advice: don't.
If I don't have to leave the ground, I'm not leaving the ground. But he sure is. And
but he's also how old?
12. Yeah,
exactly.
I like staying on the ground. So a funny story though. I mean, I don't know if anyone listens snowboards or not, but Zach my son's gotten. We've gotten to the bigger hills, right? Steeper hills and stuff, which I like better. So I was just cruising. We had a perfect powder day, and I'm just it was at night, and there was like no one there. Like literally, there was no one there. We got there, like, is it even open? So it was perfect. No lift lines, no one to bother you. Not a lot of little punk kids running around. So good day. So he goes ahead of me, and he flies down, and I'm making some big carves, and I'm making this toe side carve on my snowboard. And I go to my heel side, and my board is stuck in the side of the mountain. Like, because I was on my edge, and I was like maybe 6 inches from the face of the mountain. And all of a sudden, I just stop because I couldn't, because my board was digging into the powder and kind of like a saw, it just kind of got stuck between the snow and I couldn't pop out of it. So I'm like, so Zach was like, Dad, what took you so long? I'm like, well, I don't know if I call it a crash, but it was definitely a stoppage and it wasn't supposed to happen. It was the first time that ever happened to me because it was kind of like packed. It was kind of like, I don't know. I just got caught in a groove and I couldn't come around. It was just kind of funny. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's been good. And I'll tell you, anyone who snowboards, those step-in bindings are a freaking game changer. They make all the difference. And I'm telling they don't cut. And look they don't come out because I actually went down and I didn't get the heel in all the way. And I got the toes in and I was going like halfway down and I felt my heel pop up and I didn't fly out of it. And I stopped and I just pushed down more and it worked. But
clicked in.
Yeah, but even when they're not even on, if it wasn't put on correctly or you didn't get the click in, they still stay pretty tight. So I'm happy with them.
Cool. Well, the other options are what? Magnetic now? I just saw an ad for magnetic bindings. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I want to
How do you get out of them?
There's a certain way you click out of them, but I'm like, it's just too weird. Like magnetic for me.
Like a demagnetized tire, you just like waving your glove.
Or like worse is like your electronic devices. Like I'd be afraid to drop them anywhere near the board because you'd wipe half of the memory off the phone.
I'll tell you, I mean, when I was a kid, we used to do snowboarding and in the half pipes and stuff. Well, these parks, these like trick parks, these that they make, like the mountain makes them. This one jump, I mean, it's got to be 30 feet of just the jump, and it goes, and these kids launch like another 30 feet. Mm-hmm. And then they land on the downside. They have another, it's like a flat top, and then it goes down like a steep thing. And I see these little kids, like I saw a kid, he couldn't have been more than 10 years old on this little tiny snowboard, just come hauling through and hits this thing like there's no tomorrow, like no fear, goes up, grabs his board. I'm like, what the?
Mm-hmm.
I can't stop.
It's just crazy. I mean, the stuff that you're seeing, like the jumps, like they're like that, and they're all over the place. And these kids are just like no fear. But
nope.
I'm like, I don't know if I was a kid, I don't think I'd hit that jump when I was a kid. But these kids are fearless.
Yeah. No problems there, man. No problems.
Yeah. I just keep my board on the ground, and the other thing that's really starting to hurt is like literally there's like me and maybe 3 other dads that are around my age, and everyone is like 20 years younger than me. It's terrible. Yeah. Like I'm the oldest guy on the mountain.
Hey,
this is brutal.
Dude, I did that first week when I went snowboarding with my brother-in-law and my son, and literally I was standing next to a guy who was in his 60s, late 60s. I'm like, dude, how old are you? And he had a snowboard on. He's like, I'm 64. I'm like, you're what? He's like, yeah,
I told you last year that lady was 75 when I stopped her because she started going down the hill and she wasn't clipped in. And then I saw a thing on YouTube. The guy was 89 snowboarding. And I sent it to Zach. I said, my bucket list, I said, will you still ride with me if I'm alive and snowboarding at 89? And his response was, well, if you can keep up with me, I will.
Nice.
Todd was the New Hampshire old man on the mountain.
Yes, I was. I am every time I go.
Oh, man.
But it's been a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it. I forgot how much I liked it. And it's one, I tell you, it's almost like my therapy, because when I go down and we just do, like, he doesn't need to stop anymore, so we can just do the whole run. It's almost like my mind clears, and I'm just kind of
I actually want to try that because I used to skateboard, and as you guys know, I can ride a one wheel. So
if you can ride a one wheel, because I have a one wheel, if you can ride a one wheel and you skateboard,
do you really, Todd?
Yeah.
Which one do you have?
It's an older one, but it's not working right now. I got to call them up because it's not connecting. It's kind of fucked up. I don't know what.
Is it an XR Plus?
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I had, the big boy.
Yeah, I got the bigger one. But if you can do that, it's the same. That's just like snowboarding.
Yeah,
it's pretty much the same thing. You just got to adjust at different conditions. But right now, like Zach's doing the jump, so I'm trying to teach him how to ride backwards. Because we're lefty, but we ride regular. And I said, you got to learn to ride goofy when you hit the jumps. If you do a 180, you're going to land and you're going to be going in the wrong direction. So you got to be able to make at least one turn to spin around or you're going to wipe out. So
yeah, I ride goofy foot all the time.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, right foot forward.
Regulars.
Yeah, and we're lefties, so we should do that. But I've always ridden a skateboard and stuff left foot forward. So
no, I ride a right foot forward because I'm right-handed. Right foot. I guess it was goofy.
Yeah, but that's
for
goofy.
Me. Yeah. But I couldn't ride.
You know what they call it? You know why they call it goofy foot? Mike, do you know why?
Yeah. Why is it goofy? Goofy and Disney.
It was Disney. Goofy rode a skateboard and he rode it backwards. So they call it Goofy. I just found that out this year. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Nice.
All right. Cool. Sounds like a plan, man.
Oh, yeah, Eric. What'd you do for ham radio? Because I know you were working pretty much the whole week. Not available.
I was. So I was working a lot last week and trying to get through projects and stuff like that. But I've been churning through a bunch of videos and trying to get some radios out there, having some fun. I mean, I'm not a big radio oddity guy. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get into their affiliate program because their radios are okay. But I'm having fun playing with the stuff that I got in my hands. And so, making a few videos on that and gearing up for other stuff. Shannon and I have been having a blast with Brew and Activate on Friday, so that's been pretty much most of my time, and I haven't done much actual get out and play radio. I mean, Tor just called me up and was like, "Hey, dude, we got to do something Friday," and then I'm like, "Okay, yeah, cool, let's do something Friday." And then my clients are like, "Hey, Eric's gonna try to go out and do a POTA." No, guess what? We're gonna call him with all these freaking problems, and so I was just like, "Oh man, this sucks." So at that point, but hopefully this week, now that we're getting into
I think that was the longest you've ever worked because you missed the meeting, and then after the meeting I want to talk to you and you're like, dude, I'm in the middle of this install, I can't talk. I was like, shit.
Friday was a build out night that I had to get done for a client because that's the only time I could do it in. And I was just like, all right, do I go to the meeting for the club and then come home and bust my butt? No, I'm going to just get it done. And so I'm kind of glad because, for whatever reason, it was a good break and I didn't have to have any responsibilities, but it looks like the shit hit the fan. Watching half the video, you give people some controls that have no computer skills whatsoever. And I love Mike. Mike literally grabbed the camera and he would shake it we were trying to watch the video of someone in the actual conversation on a Zoom meeting and the camera's moving around there's a guy with epilepsy and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is horrible.
Well,
but
I got there late, so I was in the back and then I saw they were having problems. I'm like, where the hell is Eric? And I'm looking for you. I'm like, Eric know how to fix this. And Eric.
No, Eric.
I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah. Ralph was like, hey, we're going to miss you. I'm like, no, Ralph, what you're really saying to me is that, we really need you. Otherwise the ship is going to catch fire and burn to the ground and whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, no big deal. But all right, so I have to say to Bob, I will post this on my members only, but I'll give you a little quick video. I finally got the actual video clip of my son recording me snowboarding. So I'm going to be nice and show you the 30-second clip here, Bob, so you can pay attention to this. So this is my snowboarding moment. I'm the guy in the white. So my son's behind me videotaping me. This was at Loon Mountain on Tuesday, I think it was. So this is the first time I've been back on a snowboard in 22 years, 23 years. So
riding a bicycle.
Somewhat, yeah. I mean, I took a couple of digs here and every once in a while when I tried to get my wits about me or get a little speed, but overall, not too bad. I mean, I have to say, I woke up the next day totally feeling like a 51-year-old guy and, took a lot of Advil and then we went up to J Peak and, did that all over again. And I thought I was going to probably need to be hospitalized for just, some major, muscle spasm and stuff, but I survived. So, we're going to have to go out and do it a couple more times before I, invest in another hobby, as they say. So
it looks like Gumby on a snowboard.
It's exercise, Eric. It's good.
Sure. I also need to stretch, so I might as well include that in my regimen too.
This is what's really what I'm most happy about is I didn't think from last year when I couldn't walk for 4 days, I didn't think I was ever going to be able to just enjoy it and not be sore. And I did 6 hours straight and I felt like my legs worked out, but I didn't wake up in the morning in pain or not able to move.
It was just dense.
It was like the old time, every time the first day you go skiing in the season, everyone's kind of like, oh, and then like it just gets easier and it goes away. Well, that's where I'm at now, so I'm pretty psyched.
I'll equate it to like high school time frame. Remember when you were in high school and you were playing high school sports and like they always had a captain's practice and they would kick the living shit out of you for like a whole day, and then you'd wake up the next day and you'd be like, I just felt like I got hit by a train. Like, what the hell happened here? And you know, everything is sore, and then you'd have to restart the whole entire process all over again. And you know, it was a breakdown conditioning thing. But
I'm taking Tuesday off and I'm heading out to Pico, which is next to Killington.
That's a good spot.
It's New Hampshire, Vermont Day at Pico, and lift tickets are freaking outrageous. It was going to cost to go. I don't know if you guys know about Mount Snow in Vermont, but that's a great little mountain. But it was going to cost me like over $350 for two of us to go. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Wow. So Pico's for two of us was like $150. So I was like, all right, that's good. I'm not spending $350. And Mount Snow is it's a fun little mountain, but it sure as hell ain't worth $350. Like I don't know where they think they're doing. But Killington's like something like $250 a ticket. So I'm like, yeah, we're not going to Killington. We're going to go right next to Killington. Same snow, just not all
that just took care of me going snowboarding.
I didn't have to. My brother-in-law and his wife, which is my sister, and their two kids all have like loon passes and a bunch of stuff. So like my son Cody and I were like my niece and nephew, which is like 10 and 12. So we use their ID to go through the lift gates. And he's like, if you get pulled over, asked, you know, who you are, just, you know, pretend you identify as a 9-year-old girl. I'm like, sure, I can do that. So
did they have people checking?
No, not in the middle of the week. They don't. On the weekends, I'm sure they do.
They always have like someone. And I asked them, I said, what are you guys looking for? And they're like, oh, we're matching up the faces with the IDs. I'm like, yeah, well, when I got my picture taken, they told me to take my goggles and helmet off. So how can you tell who's who?
Because I am the Terminator. All right. Well, cool. Sounds like, pretty uneventful, POTA, although Paul, once again, carrying the rest of us here doing some actual POTA there down in, Florida, as always.
He wouldn't be doing POTA if it's negative 17 degrees.
Wait a minute.
Dude.
Wait a minute. Eric and I did, Todd. We were freezing our cans off.
No, that was like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 4 weeks ago.
That's fine. You guys can freeze your asses off. I'm not. That's not me.
I just want to say that from Florida, we made 3 contacts in Australia.
That's pretty phenomenal. Sweet stuff.
Were they parks?
Voice.
Were they parks?
No.
I heard
no parks.
I heard you got Alaska. I mean Hawaii or Alaska.
Well, Alaska. Yeah, Alaska too, but it wasn't a park.
Oh, it wasn't? Oh, I thought you got a park. Yeah. I was like, damn it.
No, it would have been awesome if it was a park to park in Alaska. But
you would have gotten a direct text message and a phone call.
Was it the guy from North Pole, Alaska?
No, he was in Anchorage.
Oh, because I get the same guy from North. There's like 7 hams, I think.
No, Fairbanks.
In North Pole, Alaska, which is like in the center of Alaska, next to nothing. It's like one little town, and I think there's 7 of them. I've worked the same guy probably 5 times from the rail trail. Seriously. I'm like, oh, you again. Like, you had a park this time? He's like, nope.
Oh, maybe he's got you on ham alert.
Maybe.
You're that popular, man. Hey, you hang around with us, celebrities. Eventually, you're going to start to have your own.
You celebrities, you ham celebrities.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think people don't remember my call sign any longer. The only thing that helps me is the fact that Polo puts a little icon next to my call sign and name to tell them I'm a YouTube person. They're like, "Oh, you're on YouTube?" I'm like, hey, "Yeah." Otherwise, you wouldn't have known.
I'm on YouTube. I don't get a little name on it.
You got to have a little more than 2, 3 subscribers. I think he has a limit, right?
No, but I'm part of Live Free and Ham. We have to have more. How many subscribers we have?
Like 8, almost 900 now. I think last time I looked. So
come on.
Well, all right. So if you want W1STJ linked to the Live Free and Ham channel, I'll reach out to Sebastian and make that happen for you.
No, that's all right.
Do it anyway.
It's not that important to me, Paul. I don't. It's
do it anyway, Paul, and then people will hunt him all the time.
It's probably better that I don't have that little YouTube icon.
Icon.
You just got to make sure now that like every park activation that you do from here on out, you also do the club call.
Yeah, exactly.
you have to log that twice? I guess you do.
You can just create a duplicate log.
Yeah, and just save it as W1LFH.
But do I have to tell them I'm running 2 call signs?
Yeah, well, you just have 2 call signs.
So it counts as a twofer? That could help me.
That's basically what Keith did when he jammed like 100 and 200 contacts, every day.
Is freaking. So I hear him on the repeater in the morning, and he's freaking insane. Like he leaves his house at like 5 in the morning, and he's like done with the park by like 9, and then he goes out in the afternoon. But he drives everywhere, and he's getting a ton. I mean, he is a POTA machine. He is the king. I don't know anyone else even close to him that's so dedicated.
He found his passion in his post, service healing. And that's what it is.
I know, but I mean, he is just like, the guy is so, I mean, to think that he came to talk to me about POTA is a joke, because he came to our club. That's when I first met him, to talk to me about POTA and doing POTA. And so I told him, like what we do and stuff, thinking he does it. And then all of a sudden he's like, the guy's like, I mean, we took a freaking canoe or a kayak to his island, right? Like with the tides, and he had it all down, and he's got supplies there. I'm like, dude, you're hardcore. Like I would never come out to this island for anything. Eagle Island, man. Look, if you guys want to do a cool park with him, that's the one to do. It was so much fun. I want to do it. We're going to do it again in warmer weather.
Yep. That'd be cool.
It's definitely a cool place to go.
Hey, Paul, can you answer Bob's question?
Yeah. So I just did in the chat, but when initial call signs are issued, it is based on your FCC database address.
The number.
So for example, right now I have a Texas mailing address in the FCC database. So if I asked for a sequential call sign, I would get a Texas call sign, because that's now my address. I mean, it's not my legal address, but that's my address for the FCC.
N5OG.
But you don't have to change because you move. You can stay.
You used to.
Correct.
You don't anymore.
No, you don't. You don't have to. And if you apply for a vanity, you can apply for any number you want, other than 0 and I think 0, right?
I think 0 is it. Yeah.
Oh, maybe 0 and 9.
No, maybe. Well, you know. I mean, either way. Yeah.
Oh no, Alaska's 7, right? So you can't get that. That's what it is.
It's crazy. So, like when you go,
Alaska's 7, and so is Arizona.
So if you go to, if you travel around the country and you're like, say in California or Texas or whatever, and you're doing an N1 call, people think they got you in New Hampshire. I'm like always telling people like, oh no, I'm just on vacation.
Oh, there are so many 1 calls in Florida.
Well, because everyone's moving down there. But I'm saying, like, when I'm in California, like, everyone, I mean, even on the shittiest days, I get people trying to call me thinking they're hitting New Hampshire, but they're, I'm 50 miles away from them.
It looks like you can apply anything 0 through 9.
Oh, okay. I thought there was, yeah. At one point, there was definitely 2 numbers you could not get.
0. What area has 0?
You have to look at the map.
I don't think there is a 0. I've never heard of a 0 call sign.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, no,
there is.
It's in a funny location though. It's like
W000.
Yeah, like Colorado, maybe.
0's Colorado, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and Missouri.
Yeah, because it's a real weird part of the country there.
Yep.
N0OG is not available.
Nogue. Yep. Yeah, so what? Most of the... Well, he'd be if he decided to do something in Florida, he'd be a 4, N4OG. N4OG! Please don't change it. I like the 1.
N4OG is not available.
The call sign that I have is the call sign I'm going to have forever until I die.
Amen to that.
And then there's going to be a fight to keep it going.
We're going to get a vanity call
for your call sign. I want to take over N1OG.
This is the Grouch organization.
Hey, you better get someone in your family so they can keep the call sign running.
Well, if his daughter gets his license or her license or her son or his son,
yep.
Yeah,
carry on.
Are they into
carry
it?
On.
No.
Did your son ever show any interest?
No, but I will say, so my daughter said that she would take an interest, and she also wants to do a tandem.
Yeah. Well, dude, not before I get to do the first.
Off.
I get to do the first tandem. I've already put in line for that, my friend.
Oh yeah, no. She's gonna do a tandem
on her own. Like, I thought with dear old dad.
Oh, I thought she was gonna do it with you.
No. If I'm lucky, I could be on the same load. But like I can't jump with the tandems.
Yep. It's coming. Watching that weight. All right.
How low do you have to get to jump tandem?
Weight?
Yeah.
It's like 250, I think.
Really?
260.
Oh,
that's
sweet.
Wait, that's between both people or just the person you're tandeming with?
Well, it depends. Because I've seen different weight limits at different places. I've seen 220. I've seen 250. I mean, I'm kind of thinking in that ballpark, though. Yeah.
Well, how heavy was Jim when he jumped?
Do
you know?
I want to say maybe 225, somewhere around there.
Well, shit, then I don't have to do anything. I'm perfectly fine. I'll stay between 230, 225 easily on any given day. Now that I have this cold, I'll definitely be like 225.
I'm down at 247.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to check with the specific drop zone that you're going to jump at.
I think I was like 297 when the first time you jumped.
God bless. You've lost some weight there, son. Congratulations.
Snowboarding. Didn't you tell you he's on a, snowboarding plan?
Yeah, my snowboarding plan. Dude, it kind of sucks because thank God I saved my old pants because none of my current pants fit. And I went down 2 sizes in my waist and I'm like, oh, I still have those pants. I threw them in a bin and I pulled them out and they're even big. So I'm going to have to go shopping soon if I keep doing this.
Yeah, there you go.
The Ozempic of the mountains, snowboarding.
My doctor said if I don't lose weight, I'm going to die. So I was like, all right.
Well, we're all going to lose. We're all going to die if we don't lose weight.
Well, I die pretty quickly. I mean, when he tells you, well, you're almost diabetic, you're going to have a heart attack, you're going to have a seizure, you're going to stop, you're going to have an aneurysm if you don't lose weight, you're pretty much going to die soon. So I was like, all right.
Lose weight, fucked.
Huh? What'd you say?
So, listen, right? The old saying, right? Moss doesn't grow on a rolling stone, right? Newton's law of motion: an object in motion tends to stay in motion, right?
Yep.
Your body wants to be physically active. Like we live these sedentary lives where we sit in fucking computer chairs all day. And it's not what our bodies are designed for.
What's wrong with you? I enjoy this.
Dude,
I like creaking every time I get up.
Paul, I'm not complaining. I'm happy with it. I'm getting more active.
Todd,
I'm doing more stuff.
Keep doing it.
I just got to now find something when the
honestly,
snow melts.
It shows in your face. Like I was thinking at the beginning of the show that like from the last time I seen you on screen, like you've noticeably lost weight and it looks good on you.
What, in 2 weeks?
No, yeah.
It's been 2 weeks, man. It's been a long time since he's seen you.
I know. I don't think I lost that much weight in 2 weeks.
I'd have more motivation to drive if my hiking buddy didn't leave to go down to Florida, but whatever, that's my excuse, and I'm going to hold true to that one.
I'm definitely when the snow melts, I think I'm going to go back into my hiking and walking like I used to do.
Well, there we go. You and I, Todd.
It was funny. Like The other day,
we'll go do all the 4,000 footers.
I was driving and I said, we drove down this road. Had to go on a date with my wife because my son had a date with two girls, his girlfriend and her best friend. So I was like,
smart man.
What is this? Yeah. So, but I couldn't go into the movie theater with him, but I wasn't going to leave him there. So I told Diane, I said, come on, we got to go watch a movie. So we're driving down this road and I said, this is crazy because I used to walk to this spot every morning from our old house. And she's like, that was really far. I said, yeah, it was probably like 3 miles each way. Then I would walk every morning. I'd get up at like 4:30 in the morning and walk there and back like it was nothing. And I just remember like going up Packmanadnock like it was a piece of cake. And, my wife and everyone were like dying. And I'm like, this is like nothing. I even carried Zach the way down because he was little. I carried him on my shoulders. Down the road, of course. I hiked up the trail, but if I had to carry him down, I'm like, I'll just carry you on the road. So, anyway. All right. So, what are we up to? Since I haven't been here in 2 weeks. So, guys, I am sorry I wasn't here last week, but New England was in the Super Bowl, and these two yin-yangs don't like football, so...
Well, I watched.
I know. I asked them to change the time. They wouldn't do it, so I said, well, you know what? Patriots aren't in the Super Bowl every year, so they haven't been in a while. I want to see this happen.
Our guest could only be on a certain time. He had an early bedtime, so we had to make sure that he got in there.
Yeah, I got it. So anyway, I missed that. And then the week before, I was wicked. I was really sick. I don't know. I had a weekend cold or whatever. Unfortunately, I woke up on Monday, and I wasn't 100% better, but I felt a lot better because I was not making it through the podcast. You would have seen me pass out. So that was the deal. So now I'm back. Glad to be here. And look
good to have you back.
Took a little break, and I come back with 2 out of 3 on the testing. Not bad.
Right on the mark, man.
Nice.
Bob. Look at Bob. Bob puts on there, I like football, but I'm rooting for the winner. Well, listen, if we had an offensive line, we would have smoked them. But unfortunately, our offensive line sucked. And that's the only reason we lost. Defense on both teams was great. Just wasn't what I was expecting.
You're going to get chirping sounds in a couple of seconds.
That game was horrible, but I don't watch football very often, but the game was horrible.
Yeah. Hey, it was good experience for Drake May.
The only thing good about the football thing was Green Day. And that was awesome.
Yeah.
52 years old up on the stage, still fucking rocking it.
Oh, yeah.
Man, come on. Green Day was great, man.
I don't know who Bad Bunny is, but he did this. First of all,
that's Super Bowl. Yeah,
it was most. It wasn't in English, so no one knew what he was saying unless you were Spanish. And I had no idea. I didn't know if it was like the whole thing was like an intro or like what it was. Like it was horrific.
If you go back and there's a video that has the lyrics, it was so offensive. It was horrendous.
Like it was like someone got married, like for real, like during the thing, like they had a wedding ceremony. I was like, the hell?
What do you want them to bring back? Janet Jackson and the tit, wardrobe malfunction?
Michael Jackson did it. It was awesome. That was probably the best Super Bowl halftime show I've ever seen. But this one, I just didn't get it. Like, not that I didn't know the guy, but I was like it's supposed to be entertaining, and it was just weird.
Prince did a good show.
Prince was really good too.
It should have been Kid Rock. I'm sorry.
No thanks.
I like Kid Rock.
Kid Rock's already done the Super Bowl, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
a long time ago. In his prime.
Dude, what they should do next year is they should have the Rolling Stones come out. I mean, shit, those guys are like 80s.
They're gonna be in wheelchairs and on oxygen.
Mick Jagger still runs around like he's a freaking madman at 82 years old.
And the one guy is standing there popping blue pills as he's walking around going, yeah.
You know, I don't know. I saw the Green Day at the very beginning, and I'm like, the only thing in the back of my head that I'm thinking of is the guy that is on the mute button waiting for that 5 second when he's American fucking idiot. Like, he knows he was going to like have to hear it because he's probably told 19 times not to say the F word. And the guy is like, still, I'm on that button waiting to hit, when he's going to drop the F bomb. So it was awesome because like, even though they blocked him out, the rest of the crowd, you could hear them saying "effing idiot." Yeah, so it was like, all right, that's Green Day. That's the Green Day I remember going down to the Hat Shell down in Boston where they shut down the entire Star Road Drive because the crowd just poured out onto the Star Road Drive because it was such a massive concert. That was awesome. Anyway, that's not why we're here though. So we are here because one of our elite. The man has left the nest and gone to great places, cold places at this point, but gone to cold, great places and got to hang out with the gods, in this great thing we all aspire to, like Hamcation, so Grouch, tell us, like, wow us, give us some insight.
Well, so, I mean, Hamcation started for me on Tuesday.
I know.
And because that was when Dave and Jason 2.0 arrived in Florida. So I met up with and Tim Grayman. So I met up with Tim and Dave over at the trailer park, the RV park that Dave was renting for the night. It was a really nice place. And I got to see Dave's new home, which is unreal.
Yeah, we saw Josh's. If you caught Josh's short, he did a walkthrough Dave's trailer really quick. And I went, oh, yeah, now I can see where he spent the money.
Yeah.
It is so nice. But he had an issue. So underneath the slides, they put a spring going in either direction to hold the wire loom, so that as the slide goes in and out, the wire loom kind of stays in place or whatever. While he was going down the road, one of those springs, the zip ties on the wire loom, let go. And so the wire loom was rubbing on the tire for a while, and it ate some wire.
Oh, dude, that's a brand new camper too.
Yeah. So needless to say, I mean, he wasn't super thrilled on Tuesday when he got into the park. But he got under there and he patched the wires together that he needed to. He thought that he had eaten up some big AC lines, and they ended up being coax. So it was coax for the TV and for something else. And so he's like, okay, not such a big deal. And the manufacturer is they agreed to ship him out a whole new wiring harness. And they're going to coordinate the install of that and everything. So yeah, so super cool. That like, unlike me, he had a great experience with warranty and all that.
Well, see, he's been pumping this thing, and he's got that YouTube. I mean, granted, he doesn't have the YouTube channel, but everybody in YouTube who's in ham radio knows he's getting this thing, and that might have been a little bit of a push to get that harness.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I know he's been busting his butt for the past 2 weeks prior to that, trying to get it all set up and stuff like that, which looks like he did a nice little setup there.
Dude, a slider ham shack? Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah.
So is the Grouch Mobile being upgraded in the next 5 years?
Well, so there was a couple of things that I was kind of looking at. He's got these really nice reclining love seat where it lays flat. And I was like, wow, I kind of like that, as opposed to the jackknife couch that is bowed in the middle. It's really poor freaking materials. Yeah. Like it's really bad. I mean, I weigh all of 170 pounds. Watson is 80 pounds. neither the two of us on that couch should bow the middle of it.
No support.
It shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking, like, I could get rid of my bed and build like a pull-out couch in that space. Then it would give me more room for storage, and it would also be like a living room, right?
Yeah.
Where I could have like a separate area to hang out that isn't in the kitchen in front of the door.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so I'm taking some ideas, and we also talked pass-throughs and things like that. So, yeah, and we definitely been truck talking to. He's got a nice Duramax diesel.
Mm-hmm. Chubby.
I love my truck. It's gonna be tough trying to find a replacement for it at some point. I don't know.
You got the big three. Toyota does not make a diesel.
Oh, they do.
No, they don't
import them to the United States. They do make a diesel, but it's not here.
Not a towing diesel.
Oh really? Yeah. The Tundra they have in other countries. It's diesel.
Oh,
yeah. Go figure.
Yeah, it is weird. Wonder why they never bothered. All right. Well,
called
okay.
the chicken tax.
Yeah, true.
Well, so we were invited on Tuesday to go do POTA with Julian Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
Grayman did go do that. I hung out with Dave for a bit, and we just kind of relaxed and shot the shit for a minute. And then we went and met up with Julian Vaughn for dinner. And Jason was there. We went to this place called Mojo's. Decent wings, decent wings. I mean, I didn't love the breading on them, but they were decent. But it was good to, just kind of hang out with Jason and Grayman and Julian Vaughn and Dave, Watson and Electra. Got friendly with one another, so that was cool. I still think, when I get to Texas, we got to get the two dogs together just to run around and like play off leash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean they're super good with one another. But she's funny because it doesn't matter how many times that Watson walks by if she's tied up, like at the RV area at Hamcation, right? She would growl at him every time. Like once they got up close enough to one another, she's fine, but she just growls at him from a distance every time. So
I
think they'll get along great.
So did you partake in any of the hangout times that Jason was doing live streams or anything like that at the campsite?
So Thursday, I went to the POTA meetup, which was a great time. I got some pictures too here.
Was that was the TO Toads meetup, right?
Yep, the Toads meetup.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, you want to throw the pictures up there? We can partake. So those that are listening to the podcast, head over to the video feed and you'll see Paul's shots there. But just while you're bringing those up, Julian Vaughn's stream, man, that sucked. I was looking forward to that.
Terrible.
Oh, it was horrible. It fell apart fast. I don't know what the deal was, but
which stream?
The one they did on Tuesday with Tim was in it. Everyone was blaming Tim that he broke the stream.
So this was a picture of when we went out to eat after the POTA that we did previously. Here's my skydiving dashboard.
Oh, dude, that's slick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this picture actually isn't the final one. The final one, the Windsor loft fills the whole thing, and the clock actually fits a little better. It's version 1 is done. It is complete. That is a real nice one. I put it up on GitHub, so anybody that wants to play with it can play with it. But so here's Rob doing the satellite thing at the POTA meetup.
So okay.
Oh, this was not the POTA meetup. This was Hamcation.
Is that Sebastian?
But, there's me, the dude, and Sebastian.
Yeah.
And there's me and T.O.
Sweet. And you didn't win anything with the T.O. The giveaways, the T.O.'s toads, or just not put it.
No. So Thursday, right at the POTA meetup, there was a ton of stuff they were giving away. And at one point, they'd even joked that there was so many prizes that everybody was almost guaranteed to get one. But then, like, 40 more people showed up.
Which, at that point, odds have been cut in half.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say overall, there probably ended up being, about 100 people or so that ended up showing up.
Okay. Wednesday or Thursday?
That was Thursday.
Okay.
It was so comical. Like, I laughed because it was like a mini field day. And I was like, how many people brought filters?
0.
And so everybody's got like all their different setups going on. And Tio had made mention beforehand that there was going to be a Get on the Air station. And it was going to be set up so that if you wanted to get on and you wanted to activate the park, you could use that station. And nope, everybody's busting out their own shit, setting up antennas here, there, and everywhere.
Thank you for dispelling that myth, because every time I see like 4 days or a POTA meetup, I'm like, dude, how do they do it? Like, everyone's like so happy they're operating. I'm like, what are we doing wrong at our events? And nope, thank God. Finally broke the mystery.
Yeah, no, there was definitely some unhappy people. That 20 meters especially was super noisy because there was a lot of close proximity. Mm-hmm. But at one point I was talking with British Dave, and that's the only way I know him. I'm sure like he's probably got a YouTube channel, and I should know actually who he is, but everybody referred to him as British Dave. So
I don't know who he is.
I don't know.
I had a picture with him. Let me find it. But so the POTA meetup was a good time. It was interesting to see, though, as soon as all the gifts had been given out, like, people were just gone. Just gone.
There. That sucks.
Like,
that's terrible.
In a flash, everybody was just gone. And I was like, wow, like, thanks for hanging out.
That sucks, dude. That's a bummer. That for me is like always a tough tell. Like, I want to like have that hangout time and like, do all of the stuff that we do with the 24-hour POTA. I mean, we did giveaways and stuff like that, but at the same time it was like, dude, we were there to hang out more than anything else. And that kind of sucks.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So here's a picture. This is British Dave.
Oh, I was wondering. KC3
AV.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Yeah. But so he had a station he was running the Get on the Air station that everybody was supposed to use, and they were having all kinds of issues. So, I mean, it was a good time. I didn't win anything, but I had fun. It was cool to see people that I hadn't seen since Huntsville, like K Murder and Smart Jason and Jason 2.0 and T.O. and Jem, and I met a lot of new people. I got a lot of people that walked up to me and they looked at me and they go, "You're the guy that does the VE questions." And I'm like, "Yeah, actually I am. I'm freaking ham. I'm the guy that does the VE questions." So
what I want to be doing
the podcast does have a good following in the ham community.
It does. That's good.
Yeah, it was great.
Once again, you're just reinforcing the fact that their only, claim to fame is our, 15 minutes of the testing, and then after that, the rest of the show shit.
I'm glad I wasn't there. They'd be like, "You're the dipshit that can't pass the damn test." Don't I know you?
No, no, they'd be like, "Oh, you're the guy that helped us."
Thank you for making me get my general.
Right.
So the first guy that I met, he didn't have a QSL card, and he was kind of upset that he didn't have a QSL card to give me. But he gave me a page from his notepad, and
I can see that it's a little writing. Okay,
because of the brightness there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it's a picture of a guy holding a briefcase, standing in front of a chalkboard with a desk, and he's talking into a radio. And it says, "A thoughtful word from Dennis, K1LGQ." So shout out to Dennis if he's watching or listening. I did get some cool stickers. Unfortunately, I put most of them on the fridge already.
Did you get you get the most important one of the weekend?
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay, so you have K8MRD is wrong, right?
So the K8MRD is wrong.com sticker is on my fridge, as is the button.
Oh,
I also got a button.
Did you hear about this, Tortoise?
Yes, yeah, and I saw the website too.
So Todd, you might not have heard that one. Okay. Mesh Dealer Dave, nice. He finally capitalized on that one. So Todd, the deal was that on Jason's live stream Friday night or Thursday night, it must have been Thursday night, I think it was, or I don't know, it all blurred the whole weekend. Like they starting on Tuesday really screwed me up for the rest of the week because I had no idea what to look for and where to look and who to talk to. And then Grouch is doing his membership, walkthrough, private chat stuff. So I'm getting details up from him and I'm just like, I don't know which ends up. Anyway, so Jason does his live stream, whatever the day that was. And Smart Jason was sitting next to him to start off the night. And for those that may have not seen the video, go back and check it on Jason's channel. But bottom line is they basically unleashed the terror known as K8MRDiswrong.com. Took a page out of the Live Free and handbook of those guys up north, and Carlos is just for men like Carlos. He took and bought a vanity URL and just basically lambasted, K-murder on APRS. It's a whole entire page of APRS stuff. So, go check it out.
It is actually awesome.
It is. Like simple things like helpful links. How does APRS work? Digipeater demos, APRS Foundation, KMS APRS playlist. I mean, it literally APRS. It's like there's nothing else except APRS.
What did he say? What was his reaction to that?
Well, he did have a rebuttal. This was Saturday night. It must have been Saturday night show. Did anybody watch that live stream? With Jason again?
Yeah, Jason. No, I started it, but I haven't finished it.
He went through everybody's like, hey, what did you get kind of, at the event? And K-Murder got up there. And of course, K-Murder's like, I got a special shirt to show you. And in his special shirt is that KM4ACK is a doo-doo head is basically what he put on the shirt. And he's like, I already planned this weeks in advance. I didn't know what was going to be coming about, but in essence, that's what's on my shirt there. And so, yeah, he pretty much, basically sent in kind a nice little T-shirt, against Jason, Smart Jason. So it's pretty cool. It's good to see that that's alive and well.
Yeah, I mean the rivalry and the jokes are it's all in fun. Like nobody's actually mad at one another, but like it's freaking hilarious.
It's totally awesome. So you,
I got to meet this guy.
Man, the camera's drowning that out.
Again. Yeah. Hang on here. Let's try that.
Oh, there we go. Much better. Okay.
So Kemp outside.
Don't know him.
So he's got a YouTube channel. It's your inside source for all things outside.
Nice twist there.
And then there's QRP Life.
Nice.
His name's Todd. We call him Tall Todd. Because apparently there needs to be the designation. He's probably close to Robert's height.
Wow.
Yeah. Of course, you got to get a temporarily offline.
Sure.
Because I needed one of these.
Huh.
The other ones are on my fridge. I got a new Salty Walt. It's a round Coastal Waves and Wires. I really like his new sticker.
Yeah, that is a nice sticker.
Yep.
Dude, well, he wasn't there though, was he?
Yeah, he was. I got to meet Mrs. Salty Waltz as well.
Ah, cool. Nice. She's a good lady.
Yeah. Gray Man had special stickers made just for the event. So I got one of those. Let's see. And Ham Fun with KQ4 PDI. Ham Fun with KQ4 PDI. Another, I would assume, a smaller channel. Just because we haven't heard of him doesn't mean he doesn't have a bigger channel than we do. But
just shy of 2K.
And yeah, there we go.
Nice.
We got the National Amateur Radio Alliance.
Yep. Marvin's brothers.
And then
stuff.
check out this cool patch that dude gave me.
Oh, nice. He finally made those. He said he was going to bring them to him. That is pretty cool. Is that a patch or is that a sticker?
Yeah, no, it's a patch.
I need that for my FJ.
Yeah, we need to get more patches. We got to make a couple Live Free and Ham patches. I got to get around that one. That'd be kind of cool to have.
I would say of all the people that I met this weekend, they were all great, but there's one person that I put eyeballs on that like takes the cake. So Whiskey Zero, Mike Oscar Hotel. His name's Don Ballard, and he is the only living Medal of Honor recipient. And so he gave me his card. Whiskey Zero, Mike Oscar Hotel.
What do you mean he's the only living?
He's the only living Medal of Honor recipient.
I don't think that's true.
So a lot of
my friends,
there's a few of them that are still
my
alive.
friend is one.
No, he's the first and only Medal of Honor recipient to hold an amateur radio license is what his significance is. That's what I was just looking it up.
Oh, okay. Be an amateur radio.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So there it is then.
So he's the only ham that's
it's still cool either way.
That's
But
awesome.
I mean, I knew it was something freaking awesome. I mean, the guy got the freaking Medal of Honor. And I mean, the majority of Medal of Honor recipients are posthumous. So,
yeah, one of the guys, like my friend Ryan, he's one who lives in Amherst, and he was I coach like his son and Zach are in the same grade, so I coached flag football with him for years. You know, I see him all the time. He's a good guy, but very doesn't talk about it. Doesn't care about talking, but he goes around and talks about it. Like I think when the government makes you go around or asks you to go around and do talks about it. But his story was pretty amazing, what he did. So,
well, I mean, it kind of has to be to get a Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
So did you hang out much at like we'll call the ham compound, the YouTubers compound much, or were you kind of just in and out?
Well, so I'll tell you, all right, Hamcation is freaking huge. So when I got there, I mean, I felt like a pack mule to begin with, but I was carrying a lot less shit than I probably should have. I didn't have a battery bank for my phone or for the camera or any of that. But I was carrying a ton of shit. It was like, all right. But I went in the first building and I went through the first building. And then I live streamed it for the channel members.
That was a good one.
There was a lot going on in the first building. And then I went out and I checked out some vendors. I went through the whole yard sale section, but I didn't realize that there was another yard sale section in a building. Oh, wow. And then there was tents like way far away where the forums were. And so like, I mean, I barely even saw that the forums were over there. I think there was 2 buildings I didn't even get to go through. Like I just didn't have the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and of course, I mean, look, it's almost regardless of who you are, but like, I mean, I don't have a big channel. I appreciate the following that I have, but like compared to, the others, like I was still ended up talking to people every, 20 feet or so.
Yeah, don't discredit you, dude. You have a following. I mean, in comparison to like Grayman POTA and all the other guys that we're all in that like lump sum. Like until we get past the 10K mark, we're all lumped together. Like they all kind of know us a little bit, depending on how much you're, doing your thing and whatever. So yeah, you were recognized. I saw a few folks that were picking up on you.
Yeah, but I mean, as is typical, right? I mean, everywhere I go, everybody notices Watson.
Watson, yeah, right, exactly. You need a channel for Watson. I was going to mention that on your stream.
So when I first got there, and we were in the building, there was 3 other dogs that were not service dogs, but they were in the building, and they were all barking at us, and like Watson was being great, like super super great. But the other dogs they're barking, they're freaking lunging, they're pulling their owners, they're in the way, they're doing bad things. And so at one point I'd stopped to talk to Julian Vaughn. I ran into them, and so the staff member walks up and he goes, "Is that a service dog?"
He's got his jacket on.
Like, duh.
Yes. Yes, he is. I said it was a 2-year training program. Like, he is not an emotional support dog. Like, he is a service dog. But the guy was he was putting signs up, service dogs only.
Yeah,
because there was issues with the other people and their dogs.
Sure.
So sense. I was like, dude, I said I appreciate it. I said because my dog is very well behaved. But when another dog is not being well behaved, like it's gonna grab his attention and it's gonna take his attention away from me. And so, like, I appreciate you saying that those dogs cannot be in this building. But yeah, I mean, so the guy, I mean, he didn't know, right? But like, I don't think he meant anything by it. So I didn't take it personally or anything. It was just like, nah, man, like you're cool, and thanks for kicking the shit dad dogs out. Like,
it's not the dog's fault; it's the owner's fault.
100%, it's the owner's fault. I had planned to get an interview with Ray at ICOM on Saturday, but I must have been shaking too many people's hands or something. I didn't eat anything on Friday other than the tacos at the RV compound.
Wait, the tacos that Watson ate?
Yes. Watson also ate half those tacos.
Wow.
I got to meet Aaron. Aaron makes keys. From Modern Morse.
Cool.
So that was cool to like finally have a face-to-face with him. But yeah, I was standing there with a plate of tacos in my hand, and Watson shook and pulled on the leash just enough that his shaking caused the plate to move, and half my tacos fell on the ground. So yeah, he very much enjoyed half my lunch.
Smart man.
But yeah, I wouldn't.
He's not.
I wouldn't say that I got sick from the tacos.
That smells good. I'm going to get me some of that.
You will share with
Watson knew exactly what he was doing. You don't become the Grouch's service dog, and you're not smart. He knew exactly what he was doing. He wanted some tacos.
Yeah,
you will share.
So I've got one little side thing that I'm still trying to put my head on because I didn't really fully pay attention. Who is the girl with Dave, mesh dealer?
Ginger.
Dave. Where did she come from, and who is she?
She's
Seed.
Oh, she's from Seed. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I only saw him on and I didn't get a chance because I was swamped on, when you were doing Weekend Warriors on Friday night. And, so I was like, where did Dave pick up this person? Where'd she come from? And then I didn't even hear where she had fallen in. And then she started appearing. But then I also saw a ham radio chick, there too as well. She was there for the weekend. So
yep.
It sounded like, Julie found her little niche there with a few other ladies. So she was quite happy on her live stream this afternoon talking about that. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, no, it was good to meet her. Her name is Caitlin, ham radio chick. Mm-hmm. She basically, I mean, from the time that I saw her on Friday, she was just with K Murder most of the time. But I also met Renee, W1INE, and she was telling me about the YL Day, and I was like, oh well, yes, Live Free and Ham is doing a YL Day, live stream with the ladies, and
she's a jeeper. Nice.
Oh God.
Yeah, she loves Parks on the Air, and she was working the World Radio League booth.
Well, I will add her to the list, and this, it's gonna be a big list.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have one host on at a time. We'll just rotate hosts.
That or just literally just okay, this batch, this is all the POTA batch, this is all the soda batch, this is all the general ham radio, and you can insert in there from there.
I'm gonna probably have to take the morning off the next day off because it's going to be a long one. I'm assuming
it's going to be a lot. Yeah, it's not going to be short by day stretch there, man.
Let me tell you how awesome is it that we have so many ladies that want to come on and talk about ham radio.
Yep.
Right.
That we can't put them all on at the same time. That is a great problem to have.
Well, as of right now, we can put them all on. Now, if we add, obviously this lady, and if I throw in, if we, the ham radio chick wants to jump on too as well. I haven't heard from her yet. We're going to have to substitute a few in and out there. But, a few of the ladies also have said, hey, I won't be able to be on the whole entire time. So I think we'll be okay. But yeah, the more we keep adding, I'm sure it's going to be crazy. It'll be awesome. Cures.
Yeah.
Okay. So interesting. So Dave, obviously, from what I heard from his overall general weekend, sold out on Friday. So he didn't really even get to sell any, Seed Studio stuff because he sold out pretty quickly. You get anything from him at all, or?
No, I didn't, because I'm good for now on mesh devices. Okay. I like redundancy, but I don't like to have things that I'm not going to use. Right?
Yeah.
As it is right now, I'm getting ready for travel again, and I'm looking at all the stuff on my shelf, and I'm like, I have too much stuff. I have a tote under the RV that is absolutely full of ham radio stuff, and I haven't touched it in 4 months.
It's a 6 month rule. If you haven't touched it in 6 months, then you get rid of it.
It's gone, man. Find a new home for
it. It's going to be getting close.
Let me know if there's any HF gear, and I'll help you get rid of it.
Only if he's upgrading to a said Mark 2G, but
I got a 7300 already. I don't need another one.
Well, you said we're helping get rid of it. I didn't think you wanted it.
Oh no. Well, what do you think I meant?
I don't know, Taurus. You're a man of mystery, my friend.
Now, when I go to Hamfest, I plan to not buy anything, right? Because one, I don't want to spend the money, and two, I don't want things that I'm not going to use. And 90% of the time, what do you find at Hamfest is, oh, that's going to be good for this project that I'm never going to get to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick it up. Oh, that's going to be good for this project I'm never going to get to. I'm going to pick that up. Right? Oh, that's too good a deal to pass up, so I'm just going to grab it because it's too good of a deal.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So I was standing outside one of the main buildings, and I was smoking a cigarette, and I'm right next to the kids that are doing the satellite contacts, and there's a guy sitting there, and he goes, "Hey, you want a spare radio?" I'm like, "What?" Like,
did he have a trench coat on? No trench coat, dark hat. A van maybe parked out in the parking lot with candy in it.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed really suspect at first, but he's like, no. He's like, I see you got an FT3D on your belt. He's like, I've got an FT3D I'm trying to sell. He's like, are you looking for a spare? And I was like, no, I'm not looking for a spare. I was like, if there's any radio that I'm going to buy, it would be an ID51 or an ID52, but like, it would have to be a really good deal. And he goes, well, I mean, I have an ID51. He's like, but I don't want to sell it. And I was like, all right, no big deal. Like, and he goes, well, all right. So what I think happened is I think that there was something that he wanted to buy and he just didn't have the money for it, because he sold me the ID51 for $200.
Wow.
Didn't come with a charger. He told me, he said, I live in St. Pete. He's like, if you want to meet up, I'll give you the charger. But it's got the extended battery on it. And it's the ID51A anniversary edition. And yeah, I mean, I'm loving it so far. The only thing that pissed me off was I went to put one of my BNC adapters on it, and the GPS is in the way, and so it won't screw all the way down. Mm-hmm. But I ordered the official ICOM one, which is, it's just the SMA nut on top of the BNC, right, so that it clears. But yeah, then I'll be able to throw my BNC antenna on it. But yeah, I'm super pleased with it so far, and I think everybody that I've mentioned it to has said $200 is a good deal. So,
that dude, $200 for that? Like, I was surprised first when you were like, "Hey, I just picked up." I'm like, "You what?" And then you were like, "Yeah, I got it for a sweet deal." I'm like, "Okay, you got it for a sweet deal, then sure."
Yeah, that's good. There's one in Rhode Island right now for sale for $300.
Yeah,
so you got a good deal.
You know, with your FT3D and this one, I mean, you literally bought a brand new ID50, one radio, you got, two sweet deals. So can't get wrong there, man.
Nope.
Well, and that's just the thing, right? It's like, so now, yes, I've got the FT3D that is no longer going to be my go-to radio, but because I got it for such a great price from our favorite Live Free and Ham host that never joins us on stream, I'm not going to get rid of it, because I'll keep it just for the fusion aspects.
Yep.
But the FTM 400 in the truck is 100% going up for sale when the 5200 comes out.
Yeah. That's what I keep hearing. Everyone's all like ready to press that button when that shit happens. Whatever that does.
If that comes out, my FTM 500 is up for sale in the box. I want that radio.
Is it just the regular 500 or the 510? The 500 for you?
500. Yeah, it's 500. An FTM 500 mobile.
Yeah. Although,
why is that ICOM? What's the big?
Look up the specs. Nice little specs.
Yeah. Well, this is the original. Yeah. That's the original 5100.
Yeah.
And it's going to be about the same size.
Oh, it is? Oh,
and full color and touchscreen.
Yeah. That's the big. I'm not a big Kenwood guy. I mean, for me, it's like, I don't need,
Bill's on the list for that.
It's ICOM.
That's an ICOM.
That's an ICOM. Bill's on the list for the Kenwood one. That's the one I like. But that
I thought that was my mistake.
The ID5200 is the Kenwood, or the 5200 is the ICOM.
What's the Kenwood?
Oh, I don't know. I don't want it.
I don't know. That one, Kenwood dual band.
Damn. The IC5200. Or, the ID5200.
big nasty storm right now.
Oh, for you? Well, that was technically like, so funny you say that, because like I was out getting dinner and I heard all of the YouTubers on Jason's node, and everyone's like, "Oh, I just dodged the storm," and it's like, I was like, "Oh, dude, I was watching Ryan Hall y'all complaining about how like this crazy storm was going to be rolling through Florida just as everybody was leaving." So,
yep.
But
yeah, it's hitting here now.
So the question is, from the convention, event itself, or Hamfest itself, any dealer? I know you did the walkthrough, which was really cool, and I appreciate you asking the questions. Although I think you missed out. They have a new hex beam that's only 10, 15, and it's a smaller version of the full hex beam that I have, a little bit smaller. I don't know why, but there was that. But I'm glad you got the info on all of the rotator stuff. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I got spec sheets for you.
Sweet. Well, scan them, and if we can scan them, send them my way, or just send me pictures. Either way, I'm sure they don't have anything on their website yet, because I was up there looking earlier and I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it's not yet been released for production.
Yeah.
What, the hex beam?
No, the hex beam rotator. So they've got a wireless hex beam rotator that affixes itself to the bottom of where the manual turn is. And as way Paul was asking questions, it's got a built-in web interface that you can access from your phone, and move it to whatever you want. It also has GPS coordinate capabilities in it. So like if you're using digital modes or whatever, where you need it to spin the heading, it'll spin the heading to that. So it's literally like a full, like, complete rotor package in a small little box that's probably, I don't know, how big do you think it was? Like 6x6 or something? It wasn't that huge, right?
Oh, not even. I would say it was maybe 4.5 inches long by 2.5 inches wide and another like 3 inches deep.
Wow.
I can hear that.
It wasn't a very big. Oh yeah, dude, it's nasty.
Your daughter's in the tent right now?
Yes.
Tell her to get her butt
tell her to get her
inside.
ass inside the trailer.
Jesus.
You ever see
Crank open the window and say, "Hey, get your dumb ass in here."
Dorothy, Dorothy Wizard of Oz? Come on, let's be a little,
She's going to be in the middle of the freaking runway by the next morning, dude.
Well, I'd have to get up and unlock the door, but yeah, I'll send her a text if she wants to come in here.
Holy shit.
I gotta move.
I mean, I would torture my son that way, but I would not torture my daughter that way.
I mean, different story there, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got a pretty big cell coming through.
Oh yeah, it's nasty. Yeah, let me go unlock the door.
Okay.
She's gonna be standing there like a drunk.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's nasty.
Yeah.
She's gonna be standing there like a wet rat when she comes in. Damn it.
I've been knocking for the past 10 minutes.
Exactly. I've been banging on the back of the trailer and you can't hear me because you get your freaking earbuds in.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's crazy. So anything like I know there was talk, Jason had mentioned a couple of times on his channel and stuff like that. There was a bunch of new vendors there. Anything you caught that, was worth, any effort outside of just some of the Meshtastic stuff that was there?
So in the building that I didn't get to fully go through, there was a couple newer mesh dealers. Rockland was one.
Yeah, and Low something. Low
yeah. But it was like an offshoot of Rockland. But it was. I mean, they're using a lot of Spec 5 stuff and kind of doing their own thing with it. There was a lot of people buying one of the Low ones that off brand was like Pocket Ranger, I think was what it was called.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people buying those.
Todd, you should look at the Rockland stuff. Like, you ever you like those magnet kind of things to your phone? They literally have an attachment that's Meshtastically just affixed to the back of your phone.
It's called Rockland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say they had a T-deck that, like, dude, this thing was diesel. it had an N connector on the top, and a little stubby 900 megahertz antenna with an N connector that threaded in. The guy said that what he does is he drives over them with his Jeep when he's testing them to make sure that they don't break.
Wow.
And if the screen breaks, then they redo it and plan it over.
That's crazy.
So
put it in
yeah.
Oh, thanks.
So I thought that was pretty neat. My camera was dead and my phone was dead by that point. There was a whole bunch of other vendors in that building that I didn't get to see.
Right.
Yeah, I was in the middle of interviewing Smitty from Halibut because he has this really cool new choke tester. And so we were talking about how, like it's misconceiving because you'd think like the more wraps you would have around your choke, the more that it would choke, but it ends up turning it into an inductor. And so Smitty was like in the middle of explaining that on the live stream, and my phone died.
It went dead. I was like, what the hell? Did he just lose? He had a solid connection all the way up to Smitty. And I was just like, I was interested in to see what he was doing. And then I was like, crap.
Because it's such a cool device and he was doing such a great job explaining it. So I felt bad like stopping him and being like, all right, look, my phone just died. Let me finish the interview with my camera, and then I'll just try and stitch the video together.
You're like in Three Amigos, the camera has stopped working, and he's afraid to tell El Guapo that it's not working.
But so I did end up finishing that interview with Smitty. Super cool device. So you can maximize your choking potential. By measuring your cables that way.
So does this go against what Josh out in California always says? When in doubt, choke it out. Because he's all for throwing chokes on everything.
No, so yes, it definitely choke it. But the thing is you have to know how many wraps for that core, and if you need more choke, then what you do is you add it in series.
Okay.
And so you add another one in the line. And then if you need more, then you add another one in the line. But yeah, it was cool. Like he showed me like, no more than three wraps through, for the cores that he had. And he had two of them in line with one another. And then he showed the graph on the VNA, and it was like a 40 dB attenuation across the whole handband.
Wow.
Like all handbands. Yeah. It was really cool to see.
Yeah, I fully believe more of the stuff that he puts out just because he sits by his house literally is like 4 miles away from a radar station in California. So he has to like choke out half of the spectrum there to be able to make it all work. So yeah, the stuff he builds is pretty cool.
Yeah. I was absolutely fascinated with the APRS stuff. Really cool to see that they had like a little rover. I didn't get the live demo that Josh got, but the guy explained it to me. He said the reason why they couldn't do more live demos was because once the crowds came in, there was just so much RFI that like the signal couldn't get from the computer to the rover.
Oh my!
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's a bummer.
But interestingly enough, the communication method that they use is APRS.
Mm-hmm. Just another. Hey, Mike, this is
another prime.
But so
APRS.
I was like, that's absolutely amazing, and I greatly appreciate the fact that like they were able to use that mode to work for them. I was like, I just haven't found the APRS method for me. Like, I haven't found the purpose for me.
Yep. Well, if the like the mobile radios like the FTM 500, if they made a more user friendly interface for sending messages instead of having to jump through menus and do weird crap. And yeah, if they made a better user interface for APRS, I think more people would actually use it.
You mean if they actually communicated properly in their design, so it would allow them to communicate? Yeah, 100%. But if they even if they made like the intelligent step to say, hey, we've got Bluetooth in this device, why don't we just like allow at least a keyboard through, so like you can type? I mean, like how hard would that be?
I fully pissed off one of the Yaesu sales reps because
do tell that I need to hear this.
All right, so as I'm filming, right, I'm going through and I'm looking at all the radios and I'm showing them all on the camera, and I get over to I think it was like an 891 and something else, and I made a comment and I was like, if only Yaesu listened to their consumer base and they came out with something new that had all the features that we wanted. And the guy just kind of looked at me and he was like, well, we don't have any new radios right now, but we do listen to our consumer base. And I was like, okay, all right, sure. Like,
right. Yeah.
And then he gave me another snarky kind of reply after that. And I was like, this is why, I'm looking to get rid of my Yaesu radios, but
yeah, you should have said to him, you should have said, so where's the 891 killer? Like where, I mean, that radio
FX1
was so old,
well,
like why everyone is asking for it and they didn't come out with one.
But the thing is they don't need to kill the 891. They just need to improve it.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yep.
It's just like I come with the 706 Mark II-G, and then they came out with the IC 7000. It is a almost identical radio, but completely improved. Color screen, all this stuff. Eric got to see mine. We used it on that one POTA.
Nice radio.
And he was impressed. I was like, there you go. That's the new version of the 706 Mark II-G. So why can't Yaesu make a new radio that has better interface, color screen, and all that stuff?
Because their stance is that, hey, we've did that with the DX10, the 101D, the EF710.
It's not the same form factor.
No, it's not in their mobile line. Their mobile line to them has always been VHF, UHF. They are never going to change that. And even then, their mobile VHF, UHF line has been very catered to more like, what can we pluck out from a commercial standpoint and throw at the ham community to say, hey, this is what you get.
Well,
I haven't heard a single person go, oh my God, I love my FX1.
No. I mean, Kmart was running around last Hamcation going, hey, I've got an FX1 for sale. Make me a deal. Now, I don't know whether that was in tongue in cheek, but, he's also complained about like stupid things like an antenna tuner for that FX1 that's $350 that doesn't tune at all.
You can't even tune a fish.
Yep, exactly. Right. And I'm not a big fan of tuna fish at all. Yeah. They do not listen to their consumer base. They're maybe realizing that they are behind the eight ball with that, but they'll never do that. I mean,
it's primarily throw it on the wall and see what sticks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, another company that I love to bash is Alpha Antennas, Alpha and Chameleon, right? And it's all for good reasons. But I will say, Alpha's new little loop, that thing is cool as fuck.
Why though? Like, tell me why would I want to buy one?
Well, all right. So somebody had one at the POTA meetup.
Yep.
And so K-Murder went over to like play with it, and so I was over there and I took some video. For as small as it is, it was receiving really, really well. I don't know how well it transmits, but it was receiving really well. It seemed like a pretty neat little antenna.
So was it a magnetic loop, I'm guessing?
It was this one.
And then
did you see it?
And then there's the bigger option where you can change the coax.
It's not impressive. Like, to me, it looks like it was just like, oh, can we make this smaller? Okay, but really, what is it doing to improve? And it only does 6 to 20. So why would I want a mag loop that does that? I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, I guess people were bitching that they couldn't do 10 and 6 with the bigger version.
Okay. But the mag
dude,
loop
I
great.
love 10. I love 10, and I rarely play on 6. If I had something like that was that small and that easy to pack around, like I would definitely take it with me to at least try 6.
I would take the inflated tenna before I take that. But
I don't know. I haven't played with the inflated tenna yet.
I have so
blow
far.
It up and put it outside right now and see what happens.
Right now, there's no wind, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, no lightning.
Oh, where he's at, yeah, right.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, we're dealing with like 40 knot gusts, like
that makes become a sailor.
Thunder and lightning and torrential downpour right now. Yeah.
Did your daughter get it? Did your daughter make it in?
She didn't. No.
She's been swept away.
Flooded away.
She also hasn't replied to my text, so I assume she's probably sleeping. She has to get up early for work in the morning.
Oh boy. Well, that's right. She could sleep through that puppy. All right. Well, so anything like there was no big announcements, so that was not surprising. Well, I guess it wasn't surprising. I would have thought they would have had something, but it sounded like it was very much like a low key kind of like it almost kind of felt like Nearfest, but like in Florida.
Oh, it would have been Nearfest times 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like add in all the big vendors.
Yeah. Well, that's always good to know. I mean, at least they still kept all of their entourage, but like then outside of just meshtastic stuff, a few antennas, nothing like eye catching, nothing like revolutionary, just the usual stuff you expect.
Yeah, I mean, nobody, ICOM and Yaesu didn't have any new radios or anything to show off.
Kenwood wasn't there, was there?
I didn't see Kenwood, but that doesn't mean they weren't there. I didn't get to see everything. But like it was cool. There was a lot of like amateur radio clubs and stuff that were there. I took a lot of video. I tried to capture as much as I could this time.
Dude, so I was paying attention to you. Like I finally realized that I was lapsed in your members only stuff. So like I was like, all right, screw this. We're just gonna get back on the train there. I can't keep getting free memberships and riding the free bus there. So I jumped on and I was just like, catching all your live streams, and it was good content. It was good to see all of the walkthroughs and just the general stuff. So yeah, keep it going. It was good to feel like something was actually like going on there versus like waiting for all the typical videos that we're going to see all next week with everybody doing their interview stuff, which, is great and all, but it's just kind of boring. So yeah, keep it up. It's good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I wish that I had gotten to do was, and my plan was to go early Saturday morning and do interviews with vendors before the people showed up. Because it's really hard to interview when there's a bazillion freaking people. And I didn't realize, this is my first time getting a media pass. But when you have a media pass, you get to go in at the same time as the vendors. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't know that. Had I don't know, thought to ask, I guess, like, then I would have known, like, show up when the vendors show up, and then you can get to talk to them without dealing with all the people. Right. But lesson learned for Dayton, right? And from what I hear, Dayton is like Hamcation times 10. So, I'm definitely excited for that one.
Eric, how do you want to do Hamvention? You and I talked about Huntsville, but that's going to be kind of out there.
So this
Huntsville's
year,
August.
Yeah. So from me standpoint, I'm not going to be able to leave New England at least this year. But my goal is that I've got some levers that I'm pulling to try to. I know, trust me, dude. I felt the jab, but then it said like, okay, fine, go ahead. I heard, when you.
I'm pretty sure it was Eric that said Dayton 26. We're all gonna go.
Sort of did. I did, and I then again, unless one of my clients magically say, here's like a big chunk of the project that we want to move you on towards. Everyone keeps pushing stuff down the kicking the can down the street. So I have to spend a lot of my time just spending. Hey, we're gonna get this going, and then all of a sudden it's like a kind of hurry up and wait routine. So
what works for me? The shit or get off the pot philosophy.
Yes, but these are my high profile clients that are actually still paying the bills when, a lot of my other customers are like, government, nonprofit, and they're like, oh yeah, we didn't get our grant this year, so we're really behind. I'm like, well, you still want to keep going? Yeah, well, we can't do anything new. I'm like, okay, fine. Just keep paying your bill. They're the quiet ones, but they still pay the money. So I'm happy to have that. But yeah, I think the expendable income is definitely not where it was a year ago for me, but that's slowly catching back up, hopefully. So yes, I have goals. Dayton, Hamvention, Hamcation. Well, Dayton and Hamcation, same thing. Huntsville for sure.
No,
I mean, hopefully we can time Huntsville when they find the new location.
Dayton and Hamcation are not the same thing.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're correct.
Convention.
Right. But at the same time, I'm
it's
also
confusing.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, especially when they interchange it.
Huntsville, and then there's Hamvention, Hamcation.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have Nearfest coming up.
Well, so that was kind of my thing. Like after watching all like the gathering of like the whole entire weekend, I'm like, that's when I put out to the whole our channel. I said, dude, we just need to get a bunch of inflatable couches and I'll make this a big shindig. And, I'll rent a camper for the weekend and we'll spend like that at Nearfest and just make, a big thing out of it. I mean, why not? I mean, we were sort of going that way anyway. I mean, you were up this way by then now, Grouch, or no? You're up here by then, right?
First weekend in May.
No, you're not. So you'll be sans Grouch? Bummer.
No,
well, then we'll
first weekend in May. That's going to be leading up to Dayton because Dayton's in May.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I think it was later than that?
And we also have the 24-hour POTA in April, which I need to get Chris.
Well, that we're definitely going. Yeah, he's got to get moving on that. I pinged the group and he hasn't done anything. I get it. He's plow season and stuff like that, so he's super busy. But yeah, we got to get that going. But I'm thinking. So here's my thought. I'm planting little seeds here. So I might need your help if you're interested. I'm thinking we should just start to put together some, time frame for Arcadia 001 and then put it out to everybody and get like all the guys, from Texas to come up this way and make a big deal out of it. I don't know when and how, but I don't mind coordinating that stuff. That's easy to do. And that'd be really cool to do, and having them all come up this way because none of them come up this way. I mean, outside of just like their, roves that they've done, but yeah, no one's really come up to any events. HamX doesn't invite any of those YouTubers up.
Well, Jason, a bunch of them came up, 2 years ago? They were in Connecticut and Massachusetts. They did the whole freaking giant loop.
Yeah, that was a rove that they came on our show. That was actually when we first started. Yeah, we had them on to talk about that, but that was the only time. And I got to spend 10 minutes with both of those guys. So that was with Kyle and Jason. So that's not really like enough to really hang out kind of thing. But it'd be kind of cool to be able, because I talked to Robert, Digital Rancher, and he was like, I'm like, yeah, dude, we should do an Arcadia thing. And he's like, oh, dude, I'd be in on that. So, I know we got a few folks like that, and Shane probably would come up this way since or he's up in New York with his vacation 2 weeks ago. So It's not that far away.
No,
the thing is making sure that we can park RVs.
Oh yeah,
so if
100%.
we can park at the state park, even better.
Yeah,
Well, funny you say that because I was talking to who's that email that I had with man, I forgot his name and I'm going to kick myself for it. Anyway, one of our listeners was like, when I mentioned Arcadia, they were very much like, oh yeah, dude, we should plan something like that. And he rattled off a bunch of campsites that are in Arcadia, but are not like, they're better sites than being in the state park kind of thing, but they give you all the full hookups and, we'll do something like that. So that's something I'd love to be able to find, because even if we have to go to like Arcadia to go activate, that's fine, dude. There's a whole shit ton of other parks in and around the area to activate that you could rove, as a bunch of groups and do something fun. But, have a good campsite to all hang out is, I think, more important than, just, where we are. Because, the 24-hour POTA is unique and it should remain unique, but Arcadia, I think, should be like a hangout, kind of ham radio, do whatever.
Oh, and that's right close to Winter Harbor. Yep. The big lobster event. The big lobster.
Well, so I will say, as you're planning, just make sure that like we can put Jason in the middle. And we can have everybody in such close proximity, because everybody goes to Jason's trailer.
Sure.
Like wherever Jason is, that's where the hangout is.
Why?
That's the way it goes.
I don't fucking know.
It's the way it goes.
He's magnetic.
So are you.
That we can fix. The one thing is that people go to Jason because he's usually live streaming a lot of times, but most of the other time it seems like, at least watching this past weekend, everybody was kind of spread in the general commune. They created like a nice little like inner circle kind of like, fortress of solitude.
They boxed the RVs in a square. And so they had like a courtyard in the middle of the RV.
I don't think Josh's pop-up can be considered an RV, but
no, that was definitely not. I can't believe we brought that thing down. I was like, I saw that. I was like, who's that considered that?
I mean, my MDC is like twice the size of that thing.
You couldn't hold a candle to that. Bob, Arcadia's in Maine. It's the official.
It's not Arcadia. It's Acadia.
Acadia, yeah. ACADIA. It is Park US 0001. So it's number 1. So Jason's mentioned a long time ago about doing it, and for some reason it just slid down his list of stuff, or maybe he was, it's so far away for him for planning kind of thing. It'd be kind of hard to do. So it's in our neck of the woods. We can, put something together pretty quickly and make it happen. So yeah. And then we got a plan, we'll be talking soon, because after we get past April, we're going to have to plan for our 24-hour POTA. So that's coming up. I like your comment, Grouch, about doing it like the last week of August, first week of September. Because when I look back at the weather patterns, those seem to be the best days.
I will say, you may or may not get me for that time. It's going to depend.
Where are you going to be?
Yeah, well, all right. So when I was setting my plans for this summer, I'm coordinating with the owner of Chicagoland Skydive Center, and he was like, "Well, why are you leaving in August?" And I was like, "Well, I'm going to go to Huntsville, and then I'll just probably head back up to New England." And he was like, "Oh, it's kind of a bummer that we don't get you for the full season." And so I was thinking about it. And I was like, "Well, I mean, I don't have to go back to New Hampshire right after Huntsville." Mm-hmm. So, so I told him I'd go back to CSC and finish out the season. But I mean, if I could work it where I could just take the truck and I'll just crash with somebody.
Sure.
Then I could maybe swing that. But
I have a rooftop tent you can throw on your truck.
Well, why don't we just do it at a time when you're going to be here?
Well, he's going to be here late September. That would put us in the cold weather season.
So?
Yeah, it would be.
Especially in Maine?
Yeah.
No, we're talking about 24-hour POTA.
It won't be that cold.
Grouch?
It'll be cold. But I mean,
the end of September,
Todd's not wrong. It won't be that cold.
No, it won't be that cold.
What we've been dealing with this winter, it's going to be like, shit, it broke 30 degrees and I felt it was like summertime.
It was 35 today.
I'm not saying.
Wait till next September though, when you're coming out of the hot days of August, and you're like, holy fuck, it's 60 degrees and it's 30 at night. Like,
dude,
this
I could
sucks.
care less. I think I got a heater.
Well, that would be hamcation for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was complaining. It was like, 70 in the middle of the day, 30 at night. I'm like, dude, that's normal weather for here in New England.
Well, I will say yesterday, dude, it was 80 during the day, beautiful and sunny, very little wind. And last night, I think it got down to like maybe mid 60s, low 60s, very, very comfortable sleeping weather. So yeah, no complaints with the weather yesterday.
Cool. All right. Well,
today's another story.
I was gonna say, right? That's all the crap that's coming your way. So, any last kind of tidbits? I mean, this is your first hamcation. Obviously, you shared a few things, but anything you're looking forward to for future stuff?
I'm looking forward to doing it again, and not getting sick, so that I can enjoy the whole weekend. Next year, I'm going to book an RV slot and just stay there the whole time, instead of traveling back and forth.
Probably a good idea. That way you don't miss out on anything and always involved, whether you want to be or not.
Well, that, and I can drink without feeling bad.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's just me, but like I don't like to have more than like 2 beers, over the course of a few hours and then drive.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I'd rather be sober and drive. So if I don't have to drive, then I can relax and I can enjoy myself and I can have some scotch. And
Paul, I have a rooftop tent for you, sir. You can just throw it on a rack on the back of your truck, and you can go any place you want, man. And you have a base camp, and you have a portable base camp.
Yeah, I just need racks.
And a bed that actually is like bolted to the frame.
Oh yeah,
that's the other thing too.
the bed is ratchet strapped to the frame.
I know, but I don't think that'll hold a rooftop tent securely enough.
They do that shit in Pennsylvania and Florida, but I mean,
no, I do need to buy a new bed for my truck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're down south, dude. You're in the perfect place to buy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look when I'm in Texas, because I did look for around here and everything was like $700-800.
Yeah,
they're gonna be $700-800. That's what sucks.
Well, you might be able to get a lucky if you can walk into those junkyards where like you carry it out on your back type thing, and you get a couple of guys to all carry it to the finish line kind of thing. You get it for like $40. You just got to figure out how to carry it.
I mean, hell, even if it was 350, 400, like I'll figure out a way to buy that. But.
Well, if you maybe go ahead.
I was just thinking about him taking the old one off, leaving it there, putting the new one.
That's
off,
what I was thinking too. It's like he literally drives to the junkyard. What do you mean? I didn't swap any beds. They're all the same.
Just swap my taillights at the same time.
Make sure you get hardware.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Make sure those bushings are still good. Very cool. Well, dude, I'm glad you had an awesome time.
Yeah, and I would say for anybody contemplating, like, stop it. Stop saying someday. Just book it and do it. It's a hell of a good time.
I bet.
There's a lot of stuff to see.
My only problem with the Hamfest is I have to sell something to buy something. So that's,
just do like the guy did.
I met another tortoise. The guy was there in the yard sale area, in the indoor yard sale. And I was shooting the shit with him briefly, and he was mentioning that, he happened to buy a lot more stuff that morning that he had intended to buy, and now he was going to try and resell it. I was like, I know a guy just like you.
Dude, I bought that now. I bought that 7,200 thinking I couldn't find the 7,000. I found the 7,000. I bought that. I resold the 7,200 for the exact same price I bought it for. I didn't make anything.
Win.
So
You didn't lose anything on it either.
I know, right?
No, exactly. So
Except a little time.
Yeah. And
No problem.
You know what though? But my time was spent with you guys, hanging out on my trailer, just BSing for like 4 hours. That's more quality to me than buying or selling stuff. Just coming out to hang out, to relax. That's why I brought Adam with me, so he could go do that stuff. And if my dog doesn't quit farting under my desk, oh God!
Tortoise, do we need to have a heart moment?
I don't think he can reach you. Closer. There we go.
There it is.
Man, these hearts are ruining ham radio.
God, if this dog is gonna ruin my freaking. Get out from underneath my desk, you stinky muppet.
Crop dusted.
God,
crop dusted.
I get the headphones on, so I would have heard it, but I didn't hear it, and it just wafted right up. Oh,
Tortoise,
horrendous.
my plan really is like if I start this in motion, which I'm kind of working towards, obviously get the trucks outfitted for a little bit of overlanding, maybe get a nice decent trailer in terms of like an overlanding style pull trailer behind me. Then you and I can jump in the cars. We'll go down to we'll make the trip down there to Hamcation. We'll drive and with each other. We'll take whoever else come with us, and we'll go have some fun. So that's my goal.
There's an Opus for
have
sale.
A convoy.
Right. Just because there's an Opus for sale doesn't mean that the cash flow is like following right behind it. If big truckloads of money are sitting in my backyard and I just have to unearth them, then let me know.
All those tax write-offs you have from work,
Yeah, right. Not this year. Hardly any, my friend. Hardly
dude,
any.
You can write that off.
I wish I could.
No, you instead of hotel accommodations, you just take that with you.
Yep. Well, trust me, working on some of the other deals. Eventually, I got to get the clients to pay for it, and then I'll be able to override it. That's how I work it is. If the clients pay for it in their way of services and fees, then, it makes it a little easier on me versus me be like, hey, I just bought this, honey. I'll write it off at the end of the year. So it's okay. It's like girl math. It doesn't work that way. All right.
I'll have a talk with your wife.
Yeah.
Good luck with that one. Todd knows. Todd knows. Yep.
It's not a boat. It's not a boat.
Doesn't matter if it was a boat, unless there was a accompanying pool or something else that she wants out of the deal. Like that's when Todd gets. When Todd gets his towers, when Diane gets her kitchen. So,
Todd, I've got you a tower, dude.
Yeah.
She ain't getting a kitchen.
I need
you have a kitchen next to that tower?
If you can get a kitchen for $500,
yeah, I cannot get a kitchen for $500.
Not a Barbie one that you buy at Toys R Us.
Not what my wife wants.
No, high-end finishes, Tortoise. High-end finishes. Think in that terms. Custom cabinets.
Okay, I'm going to get my tower when I move. And I buy like 100 acres of land in the middle of nowhere and build a house from scratch that she can have whatever kitchen she wants. And then I'll get my tower.
And then we'll be doing 24-hour POTAs in his 100 acres. So
exactly.
Yeah, because I'm getting to the point where I'm so sick of society and everyone around me. I just want to be a hermit.
Preach it. Commune, man. Let's get 200 acres somewhere and a nice, as long as we have our own private lake and I can put a pool in.
There's a ton of property available right around me in Pennsylvania on top of a mountain.
Oh, that would be nice. I'd have to go to Maine because my wife likes Maine, but we can definitely get away with that too. All right. Well, cool. Dude, I appreciate you representing us here at Live Free and Ham.
Hell yeah.
And, having living.
There was a lot of people that watched the show that came up to me and they were like, that's awesome. How they knew me.
Good.
It's awesome.
They just know you, right? They're like, you're that Grouch guy that does Live Free and Ham. Do you have other people on that show? I don't remember who they are. That's okay.
There was lots of questions about where is this shit talking Eric guy?
Dude, I don't know where I got that from. I am not a shit talker.
He doesn't talk.
I did. I got the. It was rightly so. I just deserved. You were talking to Jim. I saw the video. On your members only stream. Think I was only members only. I'm sure that would go published. But just the whole thing of like, yeah, where's N1JUR? Oh, that shithead. He's just like, he said he was going to be here. Yeah, let's see where he is now. He's not here. Okay, thanks. All good. I deserve it. It's fine. Totally good.
You know.
Yeah, I do. Because it's on my bucket list, and my bucket list will get completed. Hell or high water.
You're the ringmaster for this monkey circus, so
that is only.
And eventually, peer pressure will get the better of him, and he'll start traveling around to see me.
Yeah, well, I'm just letting Grouch set the stage for everybody so they can, see a little bit of Lifferingham, and then when they get Todd and I, they'll be like, "Holy shit, what the hell did we get involved in?"
I'm all out of Lifferingham stickers, by the way.
Oh, I'll send you some then. I just got a brand new shipment in. Let me make a note. You have just the one that says Lifferingham, or do you want both of them?
No, the white ones.
Okay.
The big white ones.
All right.
What? That's rather racist of you, sir.
Yes. The only white ones, not the colored ones.
It's not the state logo, it's the big white one.
White ones, yeah.
There's no such thing as a big white one.
Nope. No, it's not. All right, well, let's put a bow on this. My voice is starting to get shit here. So it was good hearing all of the awesome stuff for sure, buddy. And, keep repping for us, and looking forward to, obviously Six's Ranch soon. And I'm sure a bunch of other stuff too as well, because there'll be a bunch of basically Hamfest that I'm sure they'll all start inviting you to. So pretty cool.
Hey, Bob's inviting you out to Missouri.
Yeah, I have my cousins live out there. I've been there. I'm not moving to Missouri. Sorry.
And when you get out there,
it's too far away from the coast. I need to be, drivable to the ocean. Jesus.
You got the Mississippi River. I mean,
yeah, come on.
You seen what's on the Mississippi River?
Yeah.
I'm looking. We're either gonna stay in New England, or we might head down to North Carolina. Just to take the chill out.
A little bit. Although they get snow too, man.
Yeah, I can deal with snow. Yeah. I can't deal when it's fucking negative 17 degrees outside. That's too cold.
And then Todd will be bitching about taxes.
Yeah.
North Carolina is a good state to retire in.
So is Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm not going that far south.
It's right next to North Carolina.
Yeah, but it's more. Look at. There's a lot of people from New England that moved down to North Carolina. I got to stay with my people.
That's that New England.
I've had some traumatic experiences down south as a white man in Mississippi. I've been called things. I've been looked at, and I felt I'm not welcome down there. I'm a Yankee.
Did somebody hurt your feelings? Point to the place where they hurt your feelings, sir.
Yeah, they did. I was called a cracker.
That's it. That's all. That's the only thing you were called?
Because I was from New England.
Well, they knew exactly where you're from. Listen to that accent.
I know, but I'm just saying that was. Why would I want to move to a place where people just they're not my people?
Why the hell would anybody want to move to Mississippi, anyways? I'm sorry, Joe
dirt
Brett.
cheap. It's dirt cheap.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, Joe Brett. I didn't mean to disparage your state. But.
Yes,
dude, it is. You can live like a king down there. But North Carolina is nice. I could live up in the hills.
Instead of Tulsa King, he'll be Mississippi King.
Yeah. Now that I'm doing snowboarding, though, if I'm going to do it till I'm 80, then I might have to.
Eric's been trying to wrap the show up for 20 minutes.
Maybe we don't want to wrap it up.
As my voice is barely getting anywhere, I can already feel it starting to fade fast. So
I'm off tomorrow. I might do a POTA tomorrow. That might be a good idea.
You might hang out with Tortoise and I.
Yeah, why don't we just get together, all three of us, and go do one?
Okay.
I just
speaking of speaking of POTAs tomorrow, Rabbit, what is it? N3SMD. Is going to be activating DC tomorrow. It's going to be at least a 3-fer, if not a 4 or 5-fer.
Oh, well.
Oh, wow.
I got him on Ham
Him
Alert.
and I have to get together because we were talking about the tortoise and the hare.
Yes. You got to play with that one.
That I think that would be an awesome live stream. The tortoise
Sounds like
and
a
hare.
nice live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start up our own show.
Yeah, dude.
All right, Eric, go ahead. Put a bow on it.
All right, cool. Well, as always, thanks again for living. Thanks again for joining Live Free and Ham podcast community. We truly appreciate everybody who supports the show. We always can't thank you guys enough. So if you always you want to connect with us, you can head over our Discord server, join on that conversation. Links in the show notes. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all that excellent content. Remember that we will be having the big old YL POTA party, so that's coming up soon. So make sure you're tuned into that and you're part of that. Make sure you hit the bell and like and subscribe and share. Leave us a review, which we don't do any longer because we're off of Buzzsprout. So no longer with that SMS link. I got to strip that out. But you can always leave us a voicemail there at 978-233-1142. Please join in the ranks of Carlos and Mike and 2MAK and Izzo and let us know. If you've got a question or whatever, feel free to drop it in a voicemail and we'll play it on the next show. And come over and support us if you want to do that financially. You can do that through our Patreon or buy us some beer links. And as always, check out livefreeandham.com/, to learn more about the show, our storefront merch, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And with that, thanks again for listening. And from all of us at Live Free and Ham, 7-3, folks.
7-3s.
Put on.
77.
Later.